It is time once again for a good old-fashioned XD hunt. I hope you guys are ready for it. I'm Dante. I've got Werf Jig with me today. How you doing, Werf?
Doing well, doing well. Ready for some XD Hunt Plus?
That's right. Me and Werf are both probably going to be a little excitable because not only do we have two really cool dudes running this race with Andy and Eykir, but we both are drinking White Monsters the way it should be.
Oh no, what happened to... Okay. Oh, that was just a check for Agatower Big Key, probably.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But looks like we are in the woods and we're headed to the castle on Andy's side. So we got divergence already. We love it. So finding TR right. Huge. We love that too. That might actually be a required connector at some point.
Yep. Eykir hoping to find some bombs as they just found a chicken hut in the back of Lost Woods. Looks like they're farming up for a tree pull.
Yeah, Andy gonna make use of this now. Gonna use the pseudo boots bonk across, and TR is one of the 5/6 crystals noted by that 5 up there. But Andy gets a bomb for his troubles. Gonna head outside while Eykir finds Skull Woods. So, where if you're in this tournament, do you like well, do you prefer either of the openings these guys have gone through at this point, or?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I haven't really mathed out any particular openings, but one thing that I have been messing around with is going straight for the purple chest follower, just because there's nothing that feels worse than showing up on the mountain and not having the old man when he's just right there.
That's true. That's true. Andy finds a flute. It's activated already. An Eastern Small, a TR, and Swamp Small. So we do have Flute Shuffle with this mode. Flute Shuffle is spicy and fun to watch.
Oh, that's a Moon Pearl on Lumberjack, so we're going to need a glove for that.
All right, so glove before... Well, I'm not going to say before Dark World, but, you know, maybe. So Andy finds the dam while Eykir is walking into good old Uncle. Gonna get a guaranteed 2 items while Andy's gonna drain this water.
Eykir's still looking for that first bomb.
We'll find it one day.
That glove, you can see he's gonna run straight back to the graveyard.
That totally makes sense here. What 1-0 if we're counting glove. So like let's go ahead and get our Moon Pearl. So if we find Dark World, we don't have to worry about it.
Yep, makes sense. One of the biggest issues in CrossKeys in general, especially with pseudo boots, is bunny walking is just terrible. And yeah, with boots,
yeah,
even doubly so. I didn't see much on that map check from Andy.
I think I saw a pendant down at Desert, which is what he's got marked. So
yep. I'm glad we're both looking in the same place, because that's all I saw as well.
Well, it's just like look for something that is standing out and not a crystal.
Yeah.
Eykir's going to be headed into Kakariko here soon. That is Hammerpeg's cave, and that's going to give us a key to Thieves Town. I would panic in Eykir's shoes, seeing auto tracking like take a dive for 5 seconds and then come back. But you know, all should be well.
Yep, Andy figuring out that we're going to need a key for that Skullwoods connector, which I think in my shoes would probably just mean I'm never going through there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that. Looks like we do have a connector, or rather flute spot. It is on the mountain guaranteed, but it's on the right side. Andy fluting down. This is a nice south of CAC screen.
I think that's probably
convenient.
That's probably the only thing I do like about Flute Shuffle is sometimes it like puts you in different spots on the mountain.
Oh yeah.
But okay, we'll need a big key for the back of Skullwoods. That's important to note.
Ooh, a sword.
Ooh.
Under the bridge chest, as I think chat likes to call it, the good old swingy.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see Eykir miss that. It is a bit below. I think because Eykir does have the Moon Pearl, he may be more inclined to take connectors if he sees them. But I don't know. I've mostly been watching Eykir, so I don't know if we've seen very many in CAC yet.
Yeah, not a lot of connectors. Andy also hasn't really done a lot of the entrances up there either. So we saw Mimic Cave, but no hammer. So.
All right. You were right. This is growing on me.
The white monster? Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I'm ashamed to say it. Eykir's about to get his first bomb. Is this true? No, he did CAC well.
Well, Andy's found the other end of Spectacle Rock. So he is coming on up here to get this key, and he's going to drop down. We're going to get the whole shebang on where this is going to take us. So we'll get an exit. I mean, unless he dies to these Moldorms. We've seen that before too.
He's got a sword.
Yeah, I mean, he still could die. It's Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so now Andy is in Dark World, and if he spends a lot of time here, it's going to be a little bit of an advantage for Eykir since he already has a good old-fashioned Moon Pearl.
Yep.
We ain't no bunnies allowed.
I hear getting that flute. I guess those were Eykir's first bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Which it does feel really bad when you're 6 minutes into a seed and you don't have a bomb yet. So happy to see Eykir farming that. Oh, interesting. Fluting immediately. So maybe he won't get that sword for a bit. And
well, if he's like Andy, he may go and flute to 5. So
yeah, flute 5. This isn't comparatively not a bad layout.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's not ideal, but it's not terrible. Andy now going to drop in back of escape. I hadn't seen this on Eykir's side yet, but is it going to be accessible? No, it's not. Going to need a key. Can we go south? We need a big key. That is awful. Clear Mouse is happy somewhere out there right now because Frederick is safe for the moment.
Protected. Eykir going to learn that you need the big key for the back of Skullwoods, and soon he's going to be very happy to see that sword.
You talked about bombs 6 minutes in. I mean, we saw in previous races of this, like the resources, especially bombs, so valuable in this mode with the random doors.
Oh yeah, I was talking to Eykir about this. I think the last time we played a race, and one thing you'll see is if you do find the wishing well, if he's got 100 rupees, he's probably going to buy that bomb upgrade.
Oh yeah, everybody's doing that. Like, yeah, it feels like.
I personally did make the mistake of going into ice without enough bombs, and it was a bad day. Random doors does mean that some of our either open doors or key doors will be replaced by bomb walls or bonk walls, which are essentially bomb walls if you don't have your real boots. So being stopped up on bombs is extremely important for when you go dungeon diving.
Absolutely. Flipper's down here at the Mire Shed. Going to be at the mini Moldrum Cave spot, so Andy gonna have to get those at some point. I'd assume they're going to be required today. You know, Flipper's in very early game.
Yeah, I mean, you absolutely do need them for Swamp, if that's one of the things that you're going to do. Okay. Ooh, Hype Cave. Oh. On Eykir's side.
We love 5-item caves. Gonna get some more bombs and some money to buy more bombs with later. Look at all that, just $60. That's kind of a dud cave.
I mean, in any other point in time, that is a dud cave. At the beginning, when you don't even have 100 rupees and you have 0 bombs,
oh yeah,
I'm totally fine with it.
All right, gonna get a reaction maybe from Andy here as we see the follower is the maiden.
Okay.
No reaction there. Man, he's just stone cold killer today.
I mean, 9 minutes is still pretty. It's still an early Moon Pearl, so you can't really feel too bad about that.
Yeah, because he's getting ready to get his glove. Eykir's going to be dropping or walking into Smokes Rock. I'm going to get a big key down here. That's the Swamp Palace.
Andy following Eykir's shoes, grabbing that glove. Probably going to walk out of here and get that moon pearl.
Will we get... Looks like we're not. I was going to say, are we going to get a peek at Desert Ledge? But we are going to go into Gina's Cave. That is a connector.
Always good to see that here when it's going to be a dead end anyway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it's a good one too, because that puts us in the back of Skullwood, so we can go in this entrance and kind of see... Oh no, it's another connector. I mean, once we drop in here, we're cooked. Like,
yep.
So I feel like, I don't know, I'm not in the tournament, but I think, oh, we found Ganon. I was thinking we could just like go through the good old fairy cave.
I think you'll need another sword before you can do that, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not too bad of a connector considering that we can just flute to 6. 6 is the flute spot that's unchanged, or not necessarily 6, but there's always going to be a flute spot that's just right there on the desert ledge with the Mire Rock.
Will always be accessible to us. Andy going to be going to the old man entrance here. We'll see where that's going to take us. That is Swamp Palace. It is the blue pendant indicated by the B.
Did you see how many keys that was?
I missed that.
Okay.
Well, let's go with 7. We'll go with 7. I don't know if it was 7. Chat, you might know.
That first chest was definitely in logic. So Eykir having those flippers. We'll see when he makes it there. And I don't believe we've seen... I think all of this is new for our runners right now.
Oh, yeah, it absolutely is. GT small for Andy. That brings him up to 1. Will we be able to get to Pinball Room without spending a key? We cannot. And he is going to get out of here.
Yep. But importantly, we've already seen 2 of the 5 keys? 3 of the 5 keys in Skullwoods. There was one in the back to Skullwoods to kind of go from connector to connector.
Right.
Yeah, and there was 2 in that room alone.
So we're going to need big key to get to the first pokey spot.
Yes. Additionally, I didn't see in the room with the map chest. Sometimes the top exit to Pinball Room can also be small key locked. So if that is a small key, then our runners can just drop in there later when they have their Dark World access.
Right.
And that means that we'd only have probably just 1 small key to worry about in the back of Skullwoods.
And we still got several entrances that neither runner has checked yet here in Kakariko. Notably, like, Sick Kid, the normal chicken hut entrance, or the overworld chicken hut. But, well, I guess we'll get to it eventually.
Yeah. Did Andy pull this? Did Andy check the big key chest in Skullwoods?
I don't believe he did.
Okay. TR key.
Small key to TR. He's got 2, so maybe he did. We do find GT. It is 11 keys. That seems to be the standard here. It's always like 11.
Actually, had one with 10, so the skinny 0 sprite does exist. Oh, incredible. Interesting. Eykir's using a small key to follow this Skullwoods connector. Let's see if this works out for him.
This is what we call here a pivotal moment. And he's up on the Hyrule Castle.
Ooh, a bit earlier than you'd like to see this. You'd like to at least have Cape or Master Sword.
Yeah.
And I agree with this play. You've been poor all game.
Yeah, you're here, go play it. Like,
yeah. Make this key worth something.
The chat is confirming that Andy did check that, so we do have that same TR key. Andy heading to eastern entrance, while Eykir is down on the southeastern portion of the world.
You're just opting to play the game once. I probably would have played it twice, just because you don't have to reset the the method that we do it. Andy does this crazy thing where he just
gets the 100.
He gets the 100. But if you don't do that, you can still complete the arrow game easily without
Right.
resetting the room. So I like to play it twice. But we'll see. It's probably a non-issue.
Ocean shop there at the Flute 5, or the normal Flute 5 spot. I guess that's not Flute 5 today. Ain't he finding another dungeon? The dungeons are coming hot, heavy, and fast. 6 keys for Eastern.
One is dead though, if you look at the right side.
This is true.
So essentially, we got essentially a 5-key Eastern Palace. I also like to check these. There's 2 key doors. I will actually run to the right side to check that door to see what it is. So I wonder if Andy's gonna do the same thing. Andy don't care. Andy only cares about going fast.
He's just going. Eykir down to just a heart, so gonna have to be a little careful here, not to just take a stray shot.
Yeah, he's been on a heart for a while now, I think.
Yeah. Oh, and here, this is exactly what you talked about.
Yeah.
Work,
Oh yeah.
so it's vanilla today, and we love to see it.
Yep. Instant buy, and now he's poor again. So that's why I would have played it twice. The arrow game, that is. But you got to feel good about having 15 bombs.
You gotta feel good being on 5 hearts. You know, sometimes you don't get above 4 before like the 50 or 60-minute mark in this.
Hearts are overrated, man. I've been doing just fine with 1 my whole life.
All right, key under the bridge here at Hobo. That's the GT. Will be nice to have that when we go a little further. And yeah, Andy doesn't know here if this is going to be a key door. I don't know. I guess he's going to mirror after this and just not worry about it.
Yeah, this room is particularly nasty. Yeah, that makes sense. Just because sometimes that room's a shutter door, and then you cry.
Yeah, we love shutter doors here.
Who's this we you speak of? You in chat?
Exactly. Yes. Another dungeon pod, and we found an item cave here. That is King's Tomb. So we'll get to scratch that off the list. 5 keys in pod today, which is pretty normal, but we're getting to go around one of these, which is always nice. Oh, and unfortunately no money. Can't go to Zora yet. And we're stuck. It looks like we're going to need a big key to progress any further in pod.
It's fair. Not atypical.
No hook shot unless it shows up here for Andy in this next spot, which means we are stuck. Cannot do anything further on the mountain, so he'll have to flute away. I think Eykir now is probably going to make the play to the eastern portion of the world, like we saw Andy do earlier.
It looks like our runners have covered basically everything between them. I guess there's still I didn't see where the flute spot was. Was it at the top of East Death Mountain? Or
No, it's at the bottom. It's at the bottom.
Okay.
So what I have a feeling about now is, from what we've seen from 2 runners, and obviously it's easy to say this when you're commentating and watching both sides.
Yeah.
That I'm wondering, since we have Moon Pearl already, specifically, like if it puts us somewhere else in Dark World. We saw Andy find 1 connector there, but we also have that Fairy Ascension Cave in the back of Skull Woods area that could take us somewhere, maybe like the western portion of the mountain in Light World.
Yeah. You know, I'm considering right now, and I could just be like, this could be a non-issue because I don't really know everything about logic. Sorry.
We won't forgive you.
Yeah, you won't forgive me. How fun would it be to have logical access to your West Dark World be through Ganon with your Master Sword? Is that possible?
Wait, with falling?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's. I would assume. Where's Telethar?
Telethar!
Where's Gem at?
I think that would be real fun.
I feel like they made that a thing and then got rid of it. But okay, so Doc in chat saying it's absolutely possible. I'm gonna trust Doc on this one.
It's thankfully never happened to me. So I get to find out in the best way possible, which is via somebody else doing it.
Yeah, well, there's still a lot on the table, but you know that is like our niche logic thing. You know, like chat's wanting pet all the time. So
I choose to believe.
all right, let's see what Andy decides here.
Oh, that's true. We do have this connector, Fairy Ascension Cave.
He's chuckling about. He's thinking. Okay, so he is gonna go through it.
Mm-hmm. I like this.
Yeah, because he can get back unless this spits him out at a really awful place. And there's your West Dark World access. So he's going to go back through and then probably be very sad once he falls into Ganon. He'll have the knowledge.
I never should have believed. This is what I'm hearing.
You can believe. Maybe that's still the way to do it. I bet Eykir does it.
Oh.
Eykir's going to go check Flute spot 2. And we'll see where Eykir decides to go from there.
I think there's really much you can do outside of Flute to 6 and follow Andy.
Yeah, maybe did they all magically do?
Oh no, they haven't done all these dungeons.
Right, but did they both magically just do everything in Kakariko and somehow I missed it? Because there's like a whole clump that it just feels like they skipped. Because Andy was there and went into Spectacle Rock, and then he was just gone. So
yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
That's what's fun about this mode. Especially when you have an early flute, it's just gonna take you all over the place. We did see another key door there on the left side. I'm not sure if you caught that the first time we were in Eastern.
Yeah, we just don't know what the right side of that is.
All right, Andy gonna get the big key from the back of the tavern, and that's gonna be the Swamp Big.
We got 2 key doors here. Eykir is opting to go ahead and use this. Use one of these keys for a shield. Mash that reset button.
Mash the reset. Smash that reset button.
I mean, that's one key that you could have potentially used to complete the dungeon, so it feels pretty bad. I'm pretty sure that room is 5 key locked.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you found there probably wouldn't have been very valuable. Yeah, you're probably right about CAC. Andy's just now entering the dam. So I think it's just because we're sitting here watching 2 runners. It's like, oh, they're not playing co-op.
Yeah, they're not playing. That'd be a weird way to do a race. Just co-op with each other, and the first one who finishes wins.
I mean, that's how I do all my co-op races.
I know, but... So with the flippers, Andy is going to be able to go into Swamp. We do have a little bit that's going to be in Logic here, thanks to 3 keys.
Yeah,
and
they do also have the big key as well. But this is one of those dungeons right now. You do have the Dark World open to you, so I'm not sure 100%. Andy's going to skip this door. A hammer. Okay.
Now that does beg the question, how deep do we want to go here in Swamp? Or how deep can we go? That's a key door. That's kind of awful. Like, do you spin that now?
I'd probably leave. I leave after this. Nice lamp. And you say, I have the whole Dark World. But it looks like
Andy does not say I leave. He says, let's do it. So with 7 keys, there being one on that left side there, that's going to essentially make it needing 6 total. And if I understand logic correctly from Telethar, I would say that first key door he skipped is going to be all 7 key locked.
Yes.
All right, Eykir finding the bad news. Gonna get $20 there in that big chest. Into the southern portion of Swamp Palace. Desert Big, we love seeing that.
That's huge. That's one of the pieces for the back of Desert. You typically don't want to go back there until you know you have all your... Well, you do go back there for the items, I guess, but especially because we haven't found Desert yet. now I'll at least get the big key. We might be able to get the map chest too with that big key.
And he gonna opt to waste a few resources here trying to spooky this to save a key. Did he get it?
He might have gotten that.
He didn't get it.
Okay. Hey, that's the game telling you to try again, right?
Probably so. We are trying to get rid of this pokey here. Eykir is going to be using some of these TR keys. Or using one of them at least. But what is the pokey going to have for us? That's just a compass. Is that going to be correct on Andy's side? I didn't hear the enemy explode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he going to do it again or is he out of here? I guess he's taking. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's going to take a death warp. He's probably going to check that first item and then reset it away too, because
Oh, that's smart. That's a good call.
All right, so we are finally checking these entrances here in Kakariko, and that's a desert left entrance. So,
and that's key locks.
Yeah.
I think I saw a 5-key desert as well.
All right, I missed what that item was, but Andy reset it, so I'm going to assume it is bad. Not good, even, as they would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, bomb. Okay.
Chat.
Everyone's watching like hawks.
There's a key in there, Eykir.
Yeah, I think he's going to go back through it, similar to how Andy did.
Okay. There's our other end of bumper.
Yeah, so we've resolved that. Andy going to be able to do Mimic Cave now with that hammer that he found. Just a piece of heart, though.
Little high five from our runners.
You think Andy high-fived with the hammer or the sword?
Probably the sword. He's not gonna flex on Eykir like that. He's a good sport.
All right, Andy gonna be doing the same thing, checking all these entrances, seeing desert left, not being thrilled that no smalls, only a large.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I would spend it there anyway.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Not until I've done like probably everything else. But Eykir gonna get that small key we were talking about. Probably gonna fall through this connector as well.
So Eykir has everything that Andy had when Andy first went into Swamp. So we'll see.
Now the difference here, though, Eykir is gonna pop out into Dark World and may go do some exploring. Has the there's a desert small on Bottled Vendor.
Oh wow.
So like has the opportunity to go to a bunch of entrances that Andy could not go to. So this could delay the hammer a bit if we find progression.
I think Eykir was thinking about going to Dark Shopping Mall there.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a thought, and I think, nah, we're gonna head away, go somewhere different. Andy looks like maybe going back to GT to utilize that hammer, even if out of logic.
Stumpy just having a did you say hammer out of logic?
I meant like GT out of logic, I guess.
Yeah, sorry.
No, the way I worded it, you were spot on.
Yeah. Eykir just find a Total Rock small key on Stumpy, and he's spending a bunch of rupees getting that much farther away from. Actually, Eykir does have the Desert Small, so that's probably the bottle merchant that he did.
Okay.
I'm not sure what else it would be.
Nice small here, as well as another small key. That's to Pod. Gonna be hammering these Sulfos as Eykir pulls a piece of heart. A shield is available and a big key. What's that too? That's this dungeon.
We'd love to see it.
That's gonna let Andy. That's a heads-up play there. Gonna let him go get the big chest and potentially head on to the Armos fight. That is only gonna be 3 bombs though, so we can get Bob's chest. And oh man, Worf, do you really want to fight?
I don't want to, but I'm gonna do it. Okay. Interesting. Andy checking the key situation here. Found out that there's 2 small keys. So 2 small key doors at the bottom of this room.
Essentially bringing it to 9 now.
Yep. Which is important because you don't want to fall short of GT keys as you're climbing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't want to do this, but this is absolutely the right play.
Yeah, and we are going to Dark Shopping Mall, looks like, on Eykir's side. So the Maiden's going on a voyage. I love when the decapitated head is just kind of floating there. It looks kind of weird, but
yeah. You know, if Link bothered to look backwards, he'd probably see like, hey, that floating head, huh? Interesting. That's perfectly normal.
You know, I gotta say, that looks more ludicrous than the normal pseudo boots animation bonk. I'm just saying. For all the haters.
Dark Cave was that.
Not sure which one. There's another one.
Another one.
That's gonna be a Thieves Small. And we are gonna head out. And we're finding the brewery here for a big key.
The TR. Okay. I don't think it's in logic because I didn't see what the. Typically, it's a shutter door. But I don't know. I'm not sure if our runners know either. What kind of door is to the north of that big chest? But it's possible.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
That could be open from that side. We can't just bomb jump across of it. We gotta be careful here, Eykir.
Yeah, kind of low on health, but this is all going to be new for us. That is Hyrule Castle main. That is going to yield a few items, potentially, but a few connectors, too. So a lot of choices for Eykir here. Andy getting caught up there. We do have a big key door blocking our path, so this will be the end of our journey through Hyrule Castle for now, but that is a small key, so that can get us to back of escape. I don't think Eykir's dropped in to know that yet, but we can... I'm
not sure if I like doing this without lamp. I don't like to accidentally spend keys here, although... So this can be... The throne can be a key door. But nope,
never. Door.
All right.
So we need the big key, like absolutely, to get to anything else in that dungeon.
I mean, that's only. Oh yeah, in the back of Hyrule Castle, that's only 2 checks. But yes, in order to go down to Zelda Cell, in order to find that follower, which honestly is probably what you'd want anyway.
Yeah,
that's really the game doing us a favor.
We do find Paradox. Now this is huge because 7 items. So what are we going to have? The first 2, $20 a piece of heart. The Maiden looks at Link and says, you know, I don't really think those are too good. Go find something better.
Andy looks like he's going to go to check out Skull Woods in this last drop down. Not sure if he's going to drop into Pinball Room.
So we do get a Pod, Eastern, Skull, Small, all 3 of them, and a Mire Big. So I think that's a little bit of an improvement here. Looks like we are going to bomb jump across. The Maiden just sitting on the bomb for us, but unfortunately, I don't think we were on the right pixel.
Yep. Andy's dropping down here to find a small key to GT. So that's 5 of essentially 9 that he's going to feel comfortable with.
Yeah, I feel pretty good with that. We are going to go ahead and do Dark Flute Spot 5 and maybe go see what the follower is. I mean, it could be Vanilla Kiki. You never know.
True. With other thieves sound big, I'm not sure if it's really worth keeping the maiden around, especially because the maiden's so easy to get.
Yeah, for sure. Waterfall Cave, or Fairy rather, but no good.
What follower would you want to see here?
Honestly, Kiki, just because I'd want to go ahead and check this entrance and never have to
That's
come
true.
back. Oh,
I
look,
wouldn't
we can get in the GT.
I wouldn't hate the big bomb here.
That's honestly not a bad one either.
Yeah.
We have left the maiden. She is not coming back, or rather, we're not going back for her.
Yeah. That's fine. She'll be able to fend for herself.
So Eykir gonna pick a connector to go through. Andy, meanwhile, gonna find Ice Palace up here at the Dark Sank area. Gonna go up top for Eykir. Unfortunately, we cannot get back in. That is a bummer.
Careful, Eykir. I know you can open that, but I don't think it's legal.
Doesn't mean we should. Small key to ice. That's going to be at Sick Kid. Let's see. Where did Andy find that? That is at the Curiosity Shop. So always good to have that.
Yeah, I missed where he found his bottle as well. Eykir's going into swamp. This is
good for Eykir. I think.
I mean, it's good to have your hammer. It would have been interesting to see him like find something else that would let him go a little bit farther.
Yeah.
Like obviously, I'm happy for Eykir. He's gonna find his hammer. He's gonna find his lamp. It's gonna be great. I just think it would have been interesting for the race if he had been like,
oh yeah, go a little deeper.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, I lost my hammer for so long, but I managed to find this hook shot. Let's see.
Exactly. Sahasrala, Thieves Town is our green pendant. Got 3 items in the back here. This is at the Hammer House, so we're gonna need that hammer.
Yep.
And we're gonna get a small key. That's gonna be 2 desert. That's gonna be another one to be nice to have. $20 and a skull big.
Eykir is not save scumming this key.
I am beside myself. I don't know if that's the one you save like. Was that unintentional or maybe?
That was a health refill.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Not going to the middle, so not having to worry about wasting any time there like Andy did.
I'm trying to remember, was there there was a big key in the middle, right? What was it, the big key to skull?
Oh, desert, actually.
Desert, yeah.
So to be determined if that's going to be valuable or essential.
Andy's rocking 3 of 5 keys for desert. And I'm just wondering, at what point would I feel comfortable opening that connector door?
Kiki is at the blacksmith today. Gonna need the mitts if we're gonna use that entrance. But I think we're going to go left Skull Woods here. Don't have that skull big that Andy does, so not going to be able to open the big chest just yet.
Was Andy able to do that the last time he was here, or did he find that?
No, it was after,
Okay.
So neither runner is going to have it open.
Okay. Let's see if... Eykir's been pretty loose with his keys. Yeah.
I mean, you got to play this fast and loose. If you're too scared to make a move, you don't make any move at all. And you know, I respect it. A shovel is available to us now.
Okay. And yeah, I guess I also just didn't. I wasn't paying attention on the map chest screen early in the game, so I didn't see what kind of door was blocking us there. I don't know. I guess maybe I do play too scared.
We get that item at the 11th hour as the text box appears. Andy not too happy that wasted all that time. We are going to get very quick check of the shovel. We'll see what it is.
Yeah,
50
I like
bucks.
this. Okay, I like checking that. ASAP for Eykir, because
Yeah.
he knows that that's a key that you likely don't spend. So finding a fetch quest item there is just like push your potential advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. Ike, you're going to finish up, get Mimic Cave as well, while Andy is making his plays across the southern portion of Dark World.
Eykir knows that he's probably second to that hammer, so it's good to clean up those quick and dirty hammer checks.
We could see Andy drop into that portal and go up to Catfish. We did not see that on Eykir's side.
I think we might see Andy follow one of these dark connectors.
Probably so. Get his big key here in the brewery.
Yeah. It would be very interesting to see what he does here. Typically, when I'm in the dark connectors, it's a combination of moving Link and particularly for the back of... Oh, there's the back of Old Man. I was going to say, you can typically hear the bat if you just walk into the back of Old Man rescue, and then... Or not the rescue, the save and quit. Okay. So he's... All right. Hey, you know the man better than I do.
I think he's... I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe about Costco and Sam's Club chicken. I'm not sure. Maybe he's thinking about his map rando race later today that I'm not covering, but... But yeah, we are going to get the dark potion shop check from Andy, and then I'm assuming this will take us into, which it is garbage, but that's probably going to take us up to Catfish. That was a great bonk, Andy. Good job.
Yeah. That's RNG minute.
Don't say that. Chad will believe you.
Oh, sorry.
You're gonna see people playing like the casual Reddit feeds doing that. The Andy community multi-worlds will start having that. I was doing the RNG minute Worf talked about.
What does it manipulate? Who knows?
Well, Eykir's on 2 hearts here, so should be fine, but luckily still has fighter swords, so doesn't have to deal with the weird damage tables. Andy also on 2 hearts, but gonna not take any chances and kill him with the sign.
This is less health than I like for the, I don't know. Armus just kind of moves funky.
Yeah, ooh, now we're in Oko mode on Eykir's side, so...
no, it's half a heart damage.
Did he take 2 hits?
Yeah, he took 2 hits.
Okay. I thought I only saw 1.
I'm still uncomfortable, but...
I'm sweating a little bit. I'm a little clenched in my chair. I was standing, now I'm sitting. I'm a little clenched, but we'll see. Andy gonna head to the pyramid, gonna get the item up there. We don't have to read the goal, thank God. It's not mystery.
Eykir taking this slow and safe. Can't blame him.
Another heart piece for Andy. But yeah, 3 Armos Knights left. Once we get it to the last one, as long as you're not above the Armos Knight, it's not too bad. All right, so we're in the bottom one. Just has to get that sword out, do some dash pokes, or just some pokes in general.
Okay. Yeah, we're in the clear on Eykir's side. We're gonna see. We haven't seen either Hyrule Castle left or right, so I'm curious if Andy's gonna take one of these connectors. We still have the entire mountain to find.
Yeah, I think Eykir probably wanted to do this, but going out the top of Paradox over in the pod area completely, botched that thought process. Andy gonna find out the bad news that it is a shutter door and is not gonna be able to continue.
Which is hilarious.
Not going left to right. Going to continue to pod area. But Eykir going to be headed to Dark World via the portal. This will probably be a play into Skullwoods and Village of Outcast area.
Eykir perfectly content to just have one heart.
I respect having one heart, but I respect more the fact that Eykir's played the seed basically with a follower the entire time.
Oh, that's how you play this. That's how you play this mode.
I mean,
Honestly,
I know,
yeah.
but,
What
you know,
I'm more concerned that Andy hasn't had a follower this entire time, right?
yeah, I mean, we're going right in on follower shuffle on Eykir's side. That's how we roll.
I mean, I haven't been watching Andy particularly too closely since the start of the seed, but certainly he does know that the maiden is at the purple chest, right?
I believe he saw it, yeah, because he
Yeah.
was down there, got his big key.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, it costs nothing to grab. Yeah. Andy feels kind of naked without a follower, honestly.
This is true. We're gonna see Andy farm a few times. No, just the one. The guaranteed bomb under that pot, but it only has 4 currently. So something to keep an eye on. You know, I don't think there's any close or I guess big need of bombs here in the near future, or his future at least.
All right, Andy's gonna get his follower now. It's gonna be fine. He's finally gonna be playing co-op.
Oh, is he gonna save and quit? Okay, he thought about it, and he thought better of it. Oh, looks like we are gonna go through Hyrule Castle, so a bit of divergence. Okay, I'm wrong. He's just gonna run south. Where are you going? You've already been here. Oh, I think he's gonna go through those dark connectors we talked about earlier.
Yeah, that's a place you can go to.
The furthest away connector possible.
Yeah.
From where he was. So,
I mean, you got to think. He's probably thinking it's a lot easier to get to Hyrule Castle front than it is to all the way to Dark Shopping Mall. The problem is that there's 2 connectors here. He's probably hoping that he gets to save Old Man, and that's how he finds the back of Old Man Save and Quit. And then you have just this one.
Well, that one's useless.
Yep.
But that's good. So in his mind, he can come back through it. It's not a huge time sink. Same thing will, essentially happen when Eykir finds it. Mm-hmm. And now we can check the other connector. This is also going to kind of tell us, like, where's my save and quit start point going to be?
Yeah.
Once we rescue the old man.
Which is handy to know. If it's nice, then maybe you're on the lookout for the old man, but I'm not holding my breath that we're going to find him.
Gets a couple kisses on the way and fills his heart up.
Respect your elders.
Interesting starting spot there.
Yeah. I will say I am not a palette shuffle enjoyer, so it's hard for me to determine whether or not Andy's in the light of the dark world.
Andy gonna check this big chest, $20. That's gonna be all for the front, except for
Is he checking this door? It's a big key door. So yeah, this is one of the things where Andy's gonna save a small key over Eykir.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he remembered that this was a big key door and he has the big key now. So that's advantage Andy on that one.
Oh, so here's where the bottle was in Waterfall Ferry.
Oh,
you see Eykir get it. So Eykir going to be able to go right back. Unfortunately, going to be doubling around, losing a little bit of time, but we'll be able to go get that small key at Sick Kid.
Now, this isn't uncommon for a seat, like for this mode, but we're almost to 50 minutes, and we haven't really done very much dungeon diving. So we haven't gotten close to touching a boss yet.
Yeah, it's usually the way she goes for this one. But with that skull big, he is going to be able to go to the back. Has the lamp, so if he has enough keys, he's going to be able to sort of beat this boss.
He said
logically.
we do know that he's able to finish it because there's a small key that, like, Andy did not take the connector, right?
Okay, yeah.
And then he also didn't spend the small key, either the small key doors in the left drop down. So he knows that he's able to get here.
Yeah, gotta make sure you don't miss this bomb jump with it being such a high commodity item. Only has 4 or 3 now after doing that first one, but is going to get the torches lit. He's down to 3 hearts though, so got to be a little careful in this fight because Moth does 2 hearts if you touch him or his beams, and the spikes are a guaranteed 1, so not a lot of margin of error here. He's going to get 1 heart refill and 20 bucks, but gonna have to go into this fight pretty guarded.
Yeah, we'll see how. Sometimes this is free with a hammer, and sometimes
we got
the
a
moth.
really good Oh, that is one of the cleanest
That's
hammer
clean.
moth fights I've seen in a long time.
Sometimes it's free, and sometimes it can just get away from you. That was very well played by Andy.
All right, well, that's dungeon 1. You were just talking about we didn't have any dungeons done, and look now, it's 1-0, Andy.
I had to say that while I could.
Yeah. So the way this mode works, if it's the first time you've seen XDHunt Plus, so the bosses are essentially your Ganon vulnerability. We have to beat 10 out of 12 dungeons. Thieves Town Small here for Eykir, as well as $320. But essentially, once we've beaten Aga Tower and Ganon's Tower, also included in those 12, you know. But once we have completed 10 out of the 12 dungeons, Ganon is vulnerable. So that lets us not have to put Triforce pieces into the pool, which is always nice because now bosses have more meaning.
Yep.
All right, will Andy get the X99 Dream here? Nails it. Gonna go for one more attempt at this. This is so broken in this mode. Oh, he's gonna go. Oh, is this, oh baby, a triple? We're going for a triple Werf.
This is for the fans.
Oh, he gets it. That's insane, dude. I mean,
was that him pondering a fourth?
I mean, I would blame him. So Andy's going to try and set this bomb jump up. Getting this chest is...
It looks like you might just be able to go around.
You
right?
can. I'm surprised he didn't.
Yeah.
You know, just bomb the door down.
I mean, it costs him an extra bomb, which, like we were just talking about, is precious commodity here. He's gonna be able to get Crystal Roller here, which is nice. Assuming that he doesn't miss a potential bomb, or that I guess those two could have been bomb doors. But yeah, there's his last bomb.
Eykir going to be heading to Hyrule Castle West, which is going to get us to the western portion of the mountain and going to help us find
Oh, baby.
Old Man Rescue. What did we just get on Andy's side?
Andy's got a cane now, so we can continue.
Oh, my. So the Smith is in the Old Man Rescue.
Okay. That's a good trade. I like that. We can turn that in whenever we want. Smith is just sitting there at the right snitch house in Kakariko.
True. See a key up on Spec Rock and inside, oh gosh, it's Spiral. So we're going to have a decision a little later, potentially.
We love that.
Andy wanted to bomb it open, but does not have any bombs. The frustration head shake. Ooh, and Thieves Town available to us on Eykir's side.
Oh, baby. Well, he knows where that maiden is, but we do not have the big key. So it's sort of a gamble in terms of how far we want to go in the back, if we can even make it there. Because, again, random key doors means that the back is not necessarily big key locked. However, the follower in blind cell is big key locked. Those doors are not randomized.
That's true.
And by those doors, I mean the jail cell doors.
Yeah. We did see it as Sahashala, but this is the green pendant. You can see under that TT, we have a G for green. Big key to ice available to us, so that's a nice commodity. And he's like, I'm gonna go get more bombs. Oh, the mirror for Eykir in town.
That's real nice. And who knows when Andy's gonna get up here? Because
it's kind of out of the way. Andy is kind of running out of things to potentially do. So, I mean, eventually, it just depends on how many connectors he wants to go through. Small key up here under the pot. That's going to be to Swamp Palace. So, going to have 5 of those now.
Yep, and you can notice that the door that's typically shutter locked is not. It's open. So, once you are able to bomb the top, if you're able to get all the way up there, which hate seeing all these small key doors if you're Eykir.
Yeah.
Or if you're anyone, I guess.
Well, it's a big key door.
Big key locked. However, we can potentially, we might be able to get to the well, no, there's nothing in the basement that we want. They're
not yet.
Yeah, they're both big key locked. There's the big chest, and then blind cell is also big key locked. But we can get there without spending any small keys. Or at least to the Thieves Town basement.
Right. If you're finally buying a heart there, gonna not be on 3, we're gonna get on 4. Zora has a sword. If we'd had money early, we could have had your dream of...
Yeah, I know. I'm sad about it. It's fine. They wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big time commitment. Let's be real.
But it's funny.
Yeah.
Funny.
So we are going to get the mountain checks here. That is the bomb shop. Turtle Rock and Misery Mire are the 5/6s. That's going to lead us to what we would normally say is the big red bomb. It could be any of our shuffled followers, though.
Yep. And any follower gotten that way will cost the 100 rupees. So.
Andy going back through to the top of Hyrule Castle. This is going to let him use that Master Sword and check this main entrance that's normally Aga Tower. What are we going to have today? Baby Hookshot Cave? We don't need that.
Nah.
So the small key on Spec Rock, that is going to be a CT key for Castle Tower. Going to put Eykir at 1 of those. That's 2 we've seen between the 2 runners.
You know, I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't seen a pause. Like, I remember Eykir paused at the very beginning, presumably to check to see if there was a Aga Tower or Castle Tower big key. I haven't seen Andy pause since, and I haven't been looking. Have you seen whether one of those exists or not?
I do not know.
Okay, well, we'll have to we'll try and remember when we see a pause screen. That's a nice, Eastern Palace big key. Yeah.
Yeah. With the hammer and mirror, Eykir is going to be headed to the top portion of East Death Mountain now.
Yeah, that Eastern bit can be big just because that's in Swamp. Eykir had the option to get there, to get to it when he was in there the first time, but opted to stop short without having the hookshot to skip that small key door. It's one of the few. It's one of the few small key doors that he didn't YOLO.
But we are. Oh, there's the second sword for Eykir, 3rd between the 2 runners. But Blind's Hut gonna have some goodies. Small key as well. That's to Meyer. And is Andy gonna spend? He is gonna spend one of these keys. That'll get him 2 items over here. TR small for Eykir, adding to his collection up to 5. So I guess we're gonna drop mid. It makes sense because it's 2 entrances, and that's the desert bag. But he doesn't have the big key, dude.
Yeah, but we just watched Andy spend all of his desert small keys.
Yeah.
So I think Andy's essentially committing that desert is not going to be one of the, like, unless he just happens to find the last 2 small keys. I didn't see what the map entrances were, if there was a potentially 1 small key there as well.
I don't blame Andy for getting this, by the way, because we saw it was 300, and
Oh yeah, he's got 26 rupees. Just think of all the bombs I could buy.
yeah,
15.
Andy doing a think. I called this mode the feeling of 2019 CrossKeys, where everyone pauses to think a little bit. And it kind of brings back the good days, the good old days. All right, Ike, you're gonna use one of these pod keys. Gonna go deeper in pod now through the.
I like this. I think this is a good play.
Andy gonna go to GT though. Has that cane, so he's like, oh, I guess I could go right side.
Ooh. A little bit of a sequence break might eat some of Andy's keys. We'll see.
Yeah,
In fact, it will likely cost keys to do this. Yeah, there's one.
Now we saw that he could save too, so I'm wondering, you know, he's using it. Never mind. I was like, he's probably gonna use it. Yeah, I assume he's a little safe.
Yeah, we can also save 3 because the forbidden door is also a small key door.
Yes, true.
Like vanilla. So essentially, 8 keys is the safe number for GT.
All right, Eykir gonna muscle memory throw a bomb, but that is not gonna open that door.
You have to believe. All right, and the back of pod is big key locked. Yeah.
Andy gonna. Oh, it's a shutter. Never mind. It's always a shutter door.
Yeah, it's always a shutter door here. Yep.
It's gonna open back up.
Yep. Shutter doors in this mode, if they are typically controlled by killing enemies or a switch, they will remain with their vanilla behavior. So
right.
So that's important when thinking about things like going in the back of Eastern or climbing GT. Like the gauntlet is all just kill enemies to open doors. Those aren't going to be changed. And then similarly, the back of Eastern has a lot of switches. Those aren't going to be changed either. So it's, you know, if you're doing key math, it's less important for Eastern because you can see so many of the potential key doors before you go to the back. But for climbing GT, it's really good to know that.
Andy in a pickle here. Is he gonna get? No, he is not. So if he does this bomb jump again, he's gonna use the red goo. I was gonna say if he fails it, he's dead, but he'll be fine. Oh no, Eykir, I don't think he's gonna have enough keys because of the spin. I think there is a key door in this next room. Yeah, he is gonna have to mirror out, unfortunately.
There is an item back here for him, but yeah, that's just one of those unfortunate things of random key doors.
Andy gets that bomb jump. Not in logic here. Obviously needing fire rod logically for this, but you know, hey, we're not going to turn down 4 items, 5, I guess, if we count the key pot.
Yep. I wonder if it's going to cost him another key. It won't. Okay. So this is essentially 5 items for the price of 1 key. We like those odds. Eykir turning in his
decent odds. All right, a bottle as we turn in Smith, 20 bucks there. Andy gets his second shield, gonna get a key to Eastern. That's gonna bring his total up to 3, and a blue boomerang, 1 item to go under the pot as Eykir is fluting to the castle.
So interestingly enough, we don't have a bow yet, but we did see in Eastern Palace the right side by that, I believe it's the map chest. Was 2 small key locked, and there was also 1 small key in the very first super tile of the dungeon. So 3 keys will let you full clear everything except for the map chest in Eastern, so long as you have that bow.
Andy now going to be doing a very convoluted set of bomb jumps that you rarely see.
Andy is opting to, man, like these certainly are sequence breaks. They aren't the fastest, which I think
Absolutely.
Given that Andy's up 1-0, I think Andy might have been a little bit in the lead. Oh, rough break for Andy.
All right, looks like he's gonna. Is he going for it again? He is.
Yeah, I think this might potentially be costing Andy a little bit of his lead.
Yeah, I'm out of here if I'm Andy now. Oh no, he's using the goo. Okay, well, slow and steady wins the race. Thank God the crazy dude is all in our way. Oh no, dude. Oh, that was so unfortunate.
Oh God. You have to laugh.
You do, but oh, it feels so bad.
I think if Andy was screaming through the seat, I'd feel worse for Eykir, but considering that he's struggling real hard just for this map chest.
Yeah, for both runners, like, okay, so he's getting another Meyer Small. This is like the perfect time, yet again, where I just want a mid-race interview. So Andy, you just did all those bomb jumps. How you feel right now? And then Eykir, you just took that weird death. How do you feel right now?
Yeah.
Andy gets half magic. Gonna be progressing onward. Are we gonna get key locked in rando room, or even in this room? Because we could be.
We have 4 small keys, so some of these are gonna be locked. Oh, wow. So is Andy gonna full clear the basement with just? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Essentially, which means there's probably a lot of keys up top.
Yeah, yep. There's probably a lot of keys up. I mean, that's really good for no, or to no.
Yeah, but also the thing is, this is all hook shot locked. So like, if you get something major here, it's behind the hook. It's something to keep in mind. The small key appears. That's to Eastern and Powder. So I don't think we found Magic Bat yet.
I don't believe we have either. It's just a little bit of extra incentive to actually clear GT in this mode, just because it does give you a boss clear and you get that extra drop down.
Mm-hmm.
But still, given the small key requirement for it, who knows if we'll see it.
Now Andy's kind of following Eykir, going to be going to get or go into pod, and he's going to get the bad news that he cannot go any further without that big key after getting a couple checks. But Andy, kind of, if you're just joining us, Andy very much needs to go out the left or west side of Hyrule Castle, which is somewhere in Dark World, and will take us to the mountain. Eykir has done that, and Eykir really needs to get into Swamp at some point to get that desert big.
You know what's interesting about this race is that we watched our runners do kind of the same, like opposite things in opposite dungeons. So Eykir in Skull Woods went in and went YOLO with all of his keys in the front, went to the back, wasn't able to complete it. We might see the same thing from Andy with Desert.
Oh yeah, like, I mean, he definitely did that. So, but with this mirror that Eykir has, gonna be able to do some more entrances. This is a first entrance in a while, but we're gonna be able to go to K45, and that is Desert Right. Good lord.
Oh, another small key door.
Yeah, we're gonna have to just use them at this point.
Have we seen the front of Desert? Have either of our runners done this? I would expect Eykir to at least check that right now. And Eykir coming in here doing the same thing that Andy did. Oh bother.
Oh bother. Oh poo.
Yeah.
All right, so the save and quit as for Andy as Eykir continues on. We'll see what Eykir's decision process is going to be with these last bit of keys.
Well, that's one small key save. And he gets shuttered out, but can thankfully just mirror. And then we're probably going to see Eykir. Woo, he's not going to take that connector. Okay. Interesting decision. I think if you commit enough to spend that small key, you might as well check the connector. But it looks like Eykir is going to continue to follow that mirror. He's going to check the race game entrance, I believe. And Andy's finally making his way to Hyrule Castle. It looks like he's going to go out Hyrule Castle West, which is going to put him on the mountain. and get him one step closer to finding that mirror. Eykir, turns out, found that last skull small, looking to tie things up with 1 crystal apiece. So I'm not sure if it is nice to get that first crystal. However, Skullwoods is right next to your flute spot, right? So you can do this at any time, and just look at all the time that this is eating up. If I'm Eykir, I'm putting this off for a little bit longer, just because this is essentially a free crystal whenever you need it. All right, Andy finding the back of the old man rescue. Gonna pick up a smith here, most likely. And Eykir dropping into Skullwoods, chasing that first crystal.
Gonna have a bit of an easier time here. Has a hammer, you know, at least equipment wise, and the master sword, but gets it done there with that hammer.
Yep. Not quite as fast as Andy, but that's still a really clean fight. Yeah, I was just saying, considering where Skullwoods was from Eykir's, I'm like, getting that crystal is tempting. Maybe the other advantage of it is it's something to do if you decide you need to have a little think. If you want to have a mid-seat think, you got to do this. But this is something that you can literally just like
do whenever.
You can do whenever you want it. It's not one of your later crystals. It's your first. And you know, there's still a ton of equipment that you had that would make that faster. Eykir probably wants that small key back.
Absolutely does.
And Andy finally making his way to the mirror. And we are sort of just about tied, right?
Yeah, everything's pretty even at this stage. 1-1.
I wonder what Eykir's checking here. Eykir's checking, okay. That was probably just Eykir seeing if there was another small key door that he has to worry about. So he's counted. There were 4 small keys in the front of Desert of 5 total. So he knows that there's only 1 small key that he needs for the back, in addition to that big key that previously locked him earlier. So that's good. That's good information. Those are the kind of plays that you only see in random key doors modes.
Yeah, Andy finding out the bad news. Not a big reaction out of him. I guess he's in full tournament mode today. Just, you know, no chuckles, only gaming.
All right, Eykir making his way. It looks. If I'm guessing here, I think this might be Hyrule Castle right. Hyrule Castle East.
Yeah, with that mirror though, it was so tempting in my mind just to go back to GT and with that cane do right side. It's items.
Yes, I mean, it's items, yes and no. He doesn't know how many small keys it's going to cost him. He also knows that he's going to have to sequence break it. That's not something that every runner is comfortable with, and it's also not something that is necessarily fast.
Right.
So
Andy going through Spiral here. This is a little different than what we saw on Eykir's side. Gonna get Quake for his troubles.
Okay, that's not bad. And we haven't seen this exit either, have we?
Oh, we don't care about this exit because it's down here. It's absolutely garbage.
All right.
So that's going to kind of keep him where he cannot do the rest of the mountain. That kind of forgoes at least a small key. This will be that Smith turn in for Andy. We saw this on Eykir's side, so not going to be any progression per se.
Eykir coming back and picking up this the locksmith.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it can get a bit lonely.
And we can go out the bottom, which is exactly of a paradox, which is exactly what we're seeing.
What are we thinking? Floating island?
Possibly.
What are we gonna find here?
Ooh, trash.
Well, this is you can mirror there, Eykir, right? Oh no, we've already seen those entrances on Eykir's side.
Yeah, Eykir did drop down, so Andy just opting to go back into Dark World. I'm not sure what his play is going to be. I guess we're going to utilize the mirror a bit.
Yeah, we have. I guess we have Graveyard Ledge available to us, which is kind of gross to get to on its own.
Yeah, Eykir has
Um,
not done that one, I do not believe. But this
yeah.
is the GT play, I guess, that, I was saying was tempting.
Okay. We'll see how far he goes. I think it is tempting, like this. Doing right side without. I mean, we watched Andy do it, and
Hmm.
I mean, I think Andy messed up like maybe once, but it's not fast, and it yielded him, I believe, what was it, a big key and a powder? Was that right?
Yeah.
I think it was the Eastern big and powder. Or
At least powder.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Eastern big. That might have been further on the western side or the left side of GT.
Yeah, but regardless, this is a lot of time
It is.
for sequence breaking items.
Ooh, but no, he mirrors out after that. Andy having a think now on the pause menu, or rather
Okay.
the flute menu.
Okay, interestingly enough for Eykir, we just watched him go into to GT for Tile Room, just a one-off. Yeah, Eykir's already done this. He knows that he needs a big key for this. Another one-off that he could do that's sort of in the area is the Turtle Rock front. Now that we have that cane, there's the compass room that we can do.
Oh yeah, we absolutely could.
And then potentially we can take that and go do the pokey as well.
That looks to be maybe where Andy's going. He could be doing the Hyrule Castle stuff as well, or Paradox. But this is it. He's going to front of TR here.
Okay. Now we won't be able to get the two roller room chests, but this is one, potentially two checks at least, provided that Andy's willing to spend a key. And considering that we know,
You've got to be kidding me! It's a shutter door.
We love XDHunt here.
Eykir gets his Quake medallion from the Spiral Cave, so that is all completed here for both of them. Andy gonna go get his follower yet again, the locksmith.
Did Eykir walk out of Spiral Cave?
He walked out the bottom.
Oh, okay.
He was over. It pops you out of desert, right?
Okay,
so he saved and quit after that.
Gotcha. All right, Andy picking up his friend.
We'll call him a friend, maybe. But this will be the big chest for Eykir. Well, we know this isn't of any value, but we'll at least get something out of it. Andy gonna get the news about going out the top, which is not gonna let him back in. So this is not great for Andy. Gonna be a little bit of a time sink, but that is gonna give that time back to Eykir that he lost earlier. You can see the distraughtness on Andy's face. He's so not happy.
Dante, where do we go here?
I don't know. Back to swamp.
Yeah, I mean, I can see Eykir definitely needing to do this. I'm curious. I wonder if the answer here is just further on left side swamp.
It very well could be. Like Andy, if it is, Andy's gonna be kicking himself for what happened. But
I mean, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know if Eykir's versed in the bomb spooky stuff. So maybe there's a key save, by the way.
Yeah, we saw that one earlier. So essentially, we need 6, and with 5, there's a good chance we could do everything here.
Yeah. So that might have been just a little extra spicy bonus for Andy. I don't think that's tech that a lot of runners do, but maybe I'm just projecting because I don't do it.
It's okay. We can project here.
So
there's that big key to desert for Eykir.
And Eykir knows that he can finish desert now because he did save 1 key to desert by not taking one of the connectors. And he knows that there's only room for 1 small key in the back. We already have the big key to swamp, so that's not really knowledge.
Andy going out bottom now. This is going to get him over to the Dark World, locked spot, I guess, on the mountain from TR exit. But he can mirror, and he has not checked either one of these, so he's could probably be a little happy to see, the Desert Palace completion or boss area.
Is this happiness? He has 0 keys.
Yeah, I guess you're right. There's no happiness. He's clearly gonna get locked by a key door. So
yep. Which again?
Oh, another key door for Eykir. So now he's in a bit of a bind because
you're committed. Yeah.
Well, you're committed, but like if there's another key door here, like to the right, like you're absolutely hosed.
Yeah, I mean, you feel bad about it if you see it. If there's another key door back here, then you know that it's another one that's locked by all the keys.
Andy's got a shot here. But this is probably a small key door.
This is going to be a small key door. I believe this is going to be a small key door right here. Just given the counts, I'm not sure if.
No, it's big.
Whoa.
Where's the other one? So he's going to be able to beat this.
Hold on, did I miss something? Yeah, I mean, it's very possible. There were 2 on the right side of desert. There's 1 in the map. Take you to the map. Oh yeah, no, that's all 5 in the front.
Okay, so this is a bomb door for Eykir, so that's good. We love seeing that. Andy gets his pendant. He didn't use a bow. You know what that means?
The answer is not in swamp. I missed where. I'm not sure if we've seen Potion Shop or not, but I missed where. Did Eykir just grab that mushroom in left side swamp?
Maybe so.
I got distracted thinking about the front of desert.
I would assume that's where it is, considering we haven't,
All right, Andy retaking the lead, 2-1. Again, this is to 10 plus Ganon.
All right, save and quit there from Eykir. We'll see where he decides to go next. But Andy back on the mountain. This is going to let him go to the top portion and the eastern portion that he hasn't been to yet. We're still missing 2 dungeons that have not been accounted for. We're still looking for Tower of Hera, still looking for Agate Tower. The rest of them are all available to us at this point. Yeah, chat bringing up a good point. Like Fire Rod could be progression. A Bombos medallion even would be of some value because we know where ice is. Hook or boots would get us into mire. We got a lot of mire stuff we could do too.
Yeah, there's just
keys TBD.
Yeah, but you're definitely looking for. Yeah, exactly. Fire Rod Bombos gets you into ice. Hookshot gets you into the back of swamp because that's just a big key door locked. Have we seen? I think we saw this from Eykir.
We did. That's just a GT small. There's that Eastern big for Eykir. I mean, I guess, is Eastern Palace big chest like what we need to do?
I mean, we have Eastern big chest. We also probably have the Eygor as well. The first Eygor in the back. We're just not going to be able to, which, I mean, that's kind of gross, right? If you have to dive in there just for your hook shot or your boots, something that's not bow, but you have to go all the way to the back of Eastern.
And basically on even footing now, as far as like the checks in the world. We'll see where they decide to go. We did find the potion shop earlier. That is Flute 5, but in the vanilla location. So we're gonna have a bit of a run.
Okay. Yeah, I like Eykir chasing this. This is it was a heavy investment on Swamp Palace keys in order to get this mushroom. You want to see if it works out for you. I don't think anybody's found Floating Island yet.
Yeah, no, we haven't found Floating Island. So we'll need another connector to appear. We're running low on those though. That's a small key, and it could be of some value. That's the GT, so to be determined. We do have Tempered Sword now for Andy.
Notably, that's the 8th key for GT. That's the number that we said was what you need to be confident that you can finish it. So once we have the bow, technically that's all in logic. Or sorry, not in logic. Technically that's all completable.
Yeah.
Eykir getting the bad news at the shutter door.
Absolutely. Andy in Eastern now going to be able to do a little more with that big key. We'll see what he decides.
I really think this must be where our answer is.
To be sure.
We know it's not going to be here because Eykir did open this chest.
Yeah, if it's anything here, it's either the big chest, the Eykir, or like if we go further in, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that is true, chat. Bringing up a point. There's a big key, or a pokey that's big key door locked in TR. So
south of Chain Chomps. Yeah.
Eykir headed to back of desert. Says I could score another point. I want to put one on the board, and gonna be getting Crystal 2 here, or rather Dungeon 2 here shortly. Small key, that's the desert. Ooh, so that just kind of puts this in logic. Andy not going through the door just yet to fight the Eykir. Andy opting to spend a key here. We do have the required amount, so we could get a bow. I doubt here, but we could. Well, it could be the second one.
Andy's got 4 of 6 keys. He doesn't have to worry about spending any keys because he saved one on the right side of Eastern, and there's one in the very front. So we can just take this key and be happy with it. Or sorry, use this key right here.
Eykir getting the fight done here. Just has one more landmo to go. Unfortunately, not cooperating with him. But you get the same prize.
Just a piece of heart. So the answer's not Eastern either.
I'm a little surprised by that. So now, kind of like what Ressi was saying in chat, I am very much looking at Turtle Rock, which is where Andy is headed. So I don't think you think either runner's really feeling good right now.
No, this is last location city.
Yeah, they're both basically last locating it. I don't think Andy's done anything in here. So
yeah, and I think you can see everyone's collection counters in the top right. I believe the main difference here is that Andy sequence broke the left side of GT and gobbled those items up, and then plus he did
some left side GT as well.
Some left side GT. He's done these Eastern checks that Eykir's doing. Eykir's done this
more in Swamp.
Yeah, he's done more in Swamp. He's done more in TR. Never mind now.
Yeah, we're about to even all that up.
Yep.
Yeah, very curious to see if this pokey has progression. Interesting if we get the bombos. I'm beelining Ice Palace at this stage.
I mean, I think this is going to tell us where we're going.
Yeah. Unless we die. He's getting close. Now, there is another item after this pokey that we could definitely get to if we got to use a key for it, but I guess we do it. That's a small key. It's the Hyrule Castle. Andy still hasn't done the back of Hyrule Castle, I don't believe.
Yes, Eykir has done it. But Andy is not. He probably wants that big key to show up before he does it.
Eykir opening that key door. Andy gets a big key. That's the Hyrule Castle. I think we found our
our progression.
So we could go get Frederick now. We could get our cross. We can get I assume most of the front.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go to the back first, just because those 3 items are really tempting in the back. And then obviously Frederick would be 4 items. So you see Andy saving and quitting, gonna start at Sank. But then the question is, if you don't have all of your small keys yet, which he's got 2. There's 5 in Hyrule Castle. There's 1 save at least. Actually, both of these are so there's 2 saves at least, because in the Hyrule Castle front lobby there was 1 small key door. There's 2 small key doors here. Yeah, the question is, if you're going to Frederick, you know that the other side is a shutter door. If
So
see a
you
small
have to
key
go
door,
to Dark Cross here.
Yeah, or you can take this and.
But it's a key door. Like,
Yeah,
okay, he's doing it. I guess he could reset it all away.
He could, yeah. That's probably what that's what I would do 100%.
Oh, it's another key door. Yeah, he's resetting.
Yeah, reset this. Okay, given that those are 2 key doors, I don't think he actually had to reset there, because I believe that might be all of our. Is it all of our keys? This is why XDHunt Plus is hard.
It is hard.
You have to remember all the key doors all the time. 4, 5. Yeah, that's all of them. 2 in the back of Skullwoods, 1 in Frederick Room, 1 in the room after that, and then 1 in the front of. So he didn't have to do that. It just means that once he uses the big key to go down the front of Hyrule Castle, there's not going to be any more small key doors there.
Well, we're going to Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, I mean,
on the table. Maybe he just hasn't counted.
Yeah, but yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a time loss for Andy, just because he's going to realize he didn't have to to hard reset there. But I think given that we've reached the choke point in this seed, I feel like Andy right now has got a pretty notable lead.
Yeah, we do get a Thieves Town Small there on the Lake Hylia Island.
Okay, we have seen a lot of those. There are 7 keys in Thieves Town, and there's 1 key door that we don't have to open at least. So the magic number there, at least to my knowledge, is 6. So Eykir's 1 away.
Eykir's going to be checking out these connectors too. Oh, it's a shutter. Oh, wait, no, that reopens. Oh, the mitts.
Okay. That's some followers, right?
Followers, we know where Kiki is.
Yes. And then that also gives us access to the purple chest follower, because we have turned in the smith.
All right, heart container on. And a second heart container on both of those item locations. But with the mitts, we've got a good bit to do, as you were saying.
Yep, and that's also no follower there, so that must be where Zelda's placed.
Yeah. Andy gonna go up top again. I think with those mitts, he's thinking I could do the Dark Mountain now. This is probably my best chance or opportunity to do it.
Yeah, it also makes sense. You have the locksmith with you, so might as well go ahead and open that. We haven't found a connector to this northeast Death Mountain.
Andy, unfortunately, getting stuck there. We love Dead Rocks.
We love them. They're such a good addition to this game.
Eykir having a think. What is available?
Ooh, unfortunately, when Andy went to go get that Hyrule Castle big key and that pokey, he already had chain chomps to do. Eykir opted to do that earlier.
Yeah.
And so potentially does not remember that that's available to him. It's
easy
to
forget that door.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Random players aren't. This is random key doors is a relatively new setting.
Yeah.
Even before XDHunt Plus, it was an option, but it just wasn't it wasn't often played. So a lot of runners probably don't have that muscle memory to be counting doors. And if you've been listening to me, it's still something I'm working on.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I've gotten a lot of shit wrong.
So we do have 2 out of 2 keys for Aga Tower. The question begs, do we clear this? And I think the answer is yes on Andy's side. I feel like I would have opened GT first.
Yeah. You had the locksmith, just run over, run back.
Yeah, like, brother, what are you doing? I haven't even played this mode yet.
I also missed that there was a big.
Oh, a fire rod.
That's huge.
So Andy's on the path now. We did find Spike Cave. I missed where that was, but Eykir is there.
What are some things that Eykir can find here? I mean, he can still find boots. He can still find hookshot.
Get ice rod. Cape. That doesn't really do anything for us though.
No, we found bumper connector and we found both sides of it. So
yeah, there is a chance Andy knows that maybe he can't finish this. Like if he knows the big key is up there from the opening cutscene. Because we don't have a big key for Castle Tower just yet, if it's even in the game.
I forgot that you can watch the cutscene for that.
Yeah. Blue mail.
Oh, this is him checking. Yeah, there is a big key.
All right, so that's a solid heads up play there.
Yep.
We're gonna open up GT now.
Yeah, when he paused, he looked. The menu will show you if it's blank, it means there's a big key. If there's a 0 there, it means that the big key does not exist.
If you're new here and you're wondering why is the locksmith's head floating there, that is the random sprite, and it's just set to be a certain thing. And the locksmith opens GT in this mode, so now we have another entrance to us, and that is going to be a 2-item cave. It is Pyramid Fairy, just 6 bombs though, so no major value. All right, this is good for Eykir. Going to be heading into Turtle Rock, so this is probably going to lead him to his progression, which you hate to see for in his shoes right now. Like, you know, the good old, how do I put it? The breadcrumbs are when they're in a linear path like they are, it makes things quite difficult for us, especially for him to catch up.
It's an unfortunate bottleneck. You think seeds like entrance and CrossKeys and XDHunt. That they're wide open and you can take any number of routes to get it, but you know, it's more hourglass shaped. Sometimes seeds just you have to do the one thing and you are hard forced to do it. So that's going to put Eykir a little bit behind. But
not only did we have to do this in Turtle Rock, but it led to our fire rod, which means we're gonna have to do it again if there's something in those fire lock chests on the right side.
That's true because of that shutter door in the front. That's hilarious. I love that I'm watching this instead of playing it.
On a scale of 1 to big, how mad would you be right now?
How mad would I be?
Yeah, playing this one.
How many hours? We're an hour and a half into it. I'd probably be not super mad.
Not big mad, just small mad.
I think when I last locate that Hyrule Castle big key, that's when my temperature starts to rise a bit. Because I will be, in fact, last locating that.
Well, that's when you need an ice cold white monster to bring you back down to earth and make you feel nice.
Thanks to Rockstar Gaming for this.
Oh my god. Andy finds Mini Moldorm Cave. The 5 items here are going to be on the right mire shed. So NPC going to yield a small key. That's the Thieves Town. $300, 3 bombs, 2 chests to go. Going to be a heart piece and $5.
Yeah. To elaborate on the big mad thing, if I was in Andy's shoes, I probably wouldn't even think twice about it. Just because, hey, I already had to do chain chomps.
Yeah.
I'm there. Oh look, if I'm Eykir, then I'm a little bigger mad. Eykir doesn't have to do the back of escape though. He's probably not gonna bother to check Frederick for a while at least, because this is gonna take him down the road of further progression.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, so Checkerboard Cave, and that is Hera. That is the final dungeon location that we needed to access.
Did you really need that bottle, Andy?
You know, I've watched this man play rando, and I think a lot of you in chat have too, and I think chat would agree. He probably needs it.
All right, typically we're locked by a big key here, but let's see if we can progress further into Hera. We can. Now, this is not like Aga Tower. There is always a Hera big key placed somewhere in the world because there is a big chest that exists. Yeah. But I believe none of these doors are going to be locked because the stairway doors are they can only potentially be locked if they are locked in vanilla behavior.
Right,
so
right.
think going to the back of Eastern, that left door in the Eykir room, where the Eykir has your key, and then you have a key locked staircase. That can, I believe, be key locked, but if they are unlocked in the vanilla game, they will remain unlocked in this mode.
Just like that, Moldorm goes down for Andy. That's going to be dungeon 3. Gonna get 3 bombs for his troubles.
All right, Andy takes the lead back 3-2.
Andy gonna go back in. I think this is gonna be to check the basement. This is where Telethar, the one race I calmed with him, he was like, I can't believe anybody's doing this. It's always a big key door.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing this either. To be honest, you have your flute, you have your mitts. Let's look at this. You have Ice Palace that you can probably do.
Very good NMG strat there from Andy.
Sick.
Leaves the poor little old locksmith out there to rot.
This just feels really bad when it's a big key.
It does.
And it means that you're probably... Because, like, once you have this knowledge, do you come back later when you have the big key?
I mean, I guess you do. And then you just have to deal with the tile room again. But, you know, it's a 2-item adventure. But Andy's got 2 more entrances and a free item standing here as Eykir's about to pull his fire rod.
I can't imagine if, like, I'm curious how Andy thinks that he's doing right now, because I don't think he knows how big of a deal that Hyrule Castle big key was for him to find.
Oh yeah. If I'm Andy and Eykir, very soon I am going to ice.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a big key. That's the pod. Maybe I'm not going to pod yet. I think ice is a better play right now.
It's a lot of items in pod, but I don't remember how many keys I need for it. I don't remember. I think was it a 5-key pod?
It's a lot of items, but at the same time, like, you know, we need a bow. There's a good chance maybe we find that in ice. Ice should be full clearable.
Yeah.
All right, so Super Bunny lower gonna be here at the Ice Palace. Yeah, I guess you're right. We don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Key wise, I didn't pay attention.
Well, we don't. Yeah, I didn't pay attention either when we got to ice how many keys there were, but 3 feels kind of low. Also, with the possibility of adding shutter doors, it's not a guarantee that you can just icebreaker your way. Castle Tower big key.
As we see Eykir heading in.
Now, if this is Floating Island right here, then you just do Aga Tower, right?
It is not, though, but that's going to get us a small key, and that is to ice, so that's going to add 1 to the collection.
And we're here, so why not just do ice?
Exactly. Like I said, this is how I do ice next. It just so happened it's going to be very comfy and cozy on arriving there. How many keys we need for ice today? It is 6, and we have 4, so maybe we can save a couple or find one in here.
I think we could save a couple. I believe. And look, we already saved 1 right here. Well, I mean, it's not a save, but hey, that's locked in vanilla.
It is locked in vanilla. I hope Eykir has known if, you know, I don't want Eykir to waste time going to that one door, you know?
Eykir does know. Eykir paused at the very beginning of the siege for a long time. I can't imagine anything other than looking for the Agate Tower. Yeah. So I wouldn't expect a pause from him. I would expect him just to
mirror out.
Yeah, mirror out once he sees this item.
He's gonna get it. Andy can Icebreaker get 10 arrows. Eykir does mirror out indeed and is headed on his merry way. We'll see where his next play is going to be too. That's a key to ice. In ice, we heard the jingle and no text box as it happened, and that is a bug net. So Andy going to be probably, I would assume he can full clear this.
Yeah, I think he's fine. If he really wanted to, he can skip this. He can skip this key door and go down the front the normal way. I wouldn't, but it's an option. He can also probably, like, if he wanted to do some real messed up routing, he could also probably skip that key door that he just walked by.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, to get to the right side of the pit in Freezor room, that's guaranteed to be a shutter door that you can access from the right side.
That's a bow in Ice Palace. Who called that? Who called that?
You're gonna make me say it?
No, you don't have to say it. I'm a little surprised we're not bomb jumping here, but maybe we're going to be able to flip the switch at the bottom. I take that back. We've got Big Key and Samaria. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's fine. He's got to believe that he has the keys to finish this.
Yeah, especially if he's going to go north here, which will allow us to save that one key, and that would definitely, you know, clear things up for him. Eykir opening up Meyer. Gonna be disappointed to see a house.
There's
a cool house.
There was there's a key door that he's never gonna open, so he knows that he's got all the keys he needs right now. In the top of the big ice block room. So right now it's just Eykir's just, unfortunately for him, just trailing.
Yeah.
I might actually I might have opened that key door and just gone around and gotten the.
Well, he's got to get the big chest too.
Well, you can get to potentially the key, the pot key room, and
right.
Know that
but you also have Freezor here, so like this is like the only access to Freezor at this point.
But you can always just run back, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if you go to the right, you once you're at the bottom, you can't come back up. Like if you were saying go to that pot key, because that's where he's going to go now.
Yeah.
Eykir's about to find Hera.
Yeah. In Ice Tea, if you go to the right, there's a small chance that you do get shutter doored. But you could have come all the way here and then just double back around. Now.
Okay, true. Okay, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, though, I'm living in worlds in which the red pegs are up. So never forget everything I'm talking about.
Okay, you flip the switch, unlike Andy.
Yeah.
Eykir about to get the bad news at the bottom as well. So
yeah, again, like this is a time save that you needed, Eykir. But I understand why you're doing this.
That poor locksmith sitting there thinking, man, I've seen this before. I know how this is going to go. But into the Cold Stare fight for Andy on his way to get dungeon completion number 4.
I missed where he got this half magic, but that makes this trivial.
Yes, half magic was in GT.
GT?
I was trying to think of it as well in chat, reminding us.
Thank you, chat.
Chat keeping us straight. Ooh, Eykir not climbing in Hera. Not even chancing it.
That's an interesting choice, considering that you went straight for the bottom. But you know, the hook shot's gonna show up, surely, right? And Hera's right there.
Surely.
It's interesting that you make the choice now to save time in dungeons, but I think maybe beforehand it was either big think because there weren't a whole lot of options left, or it was something that could potentially be in logic in the case of desert.
All right, so purple chest is vanilla today.
Okay. See you later, locksmith. You've served your purpose.
Yeah, we'll never. Well, yeah, we won't get him again, at least for now.
We're not going to see him again until we find Kiki, or until we pick Kiki up,
and then we'll drop him back off too. Like we don't want that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eykir now into Ice Palace. This was probably fresh on his mind. Probably didn't want to get locked out in the potentially in the upper portion of Hera.
Yeah.
But yeah, Andy going to turn in purple chest, and I expect we'll see him grab Kiki shortly too.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think Eykir's thinking with Hera is that if it took longer to get to, then he probably would have chanced climbing up. But considering that it was right there at Checkerboard Cave,
Andy, where are you going?
Yeah, it might be faster. Right.
All right, yeah, he's having a brain fart moment. He realized, but he's gonna go turn this in. It's or rather, a whole heart container.
Piece of an entire heart.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can just see if you look at the item counts, like Andy was probably about maybe like 10 to 12 items ahead because he had done a lot of GT. Now he's over 20. Yeah. Now he's over 20, and that's mostly because he was so early to that Hyrule Castle big that you can start to see the gap widen.
Yeah. Chat pointing out we're close to that 20 heart dream, and honestly, that's kind of surprising in this mode.
Yeah, chat, do you guys remember if anyone skipped this heart piece?
I don't think Andy has yet.
Yeah, Game Freak, that is correct. Oh yeah, Dante, you already. Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah. If you want to grab the follower there, you lift the sign.
Yeah, Andy now going to be able to utilize this last key that he has and make his way to the back. We should be good on keys based off what we've seen so far and what we've been able to save. And we'll get another dungeon completed. That'll bring our total up to 5.
Yeah,
he
also
could get to 6.
Yeah, none of these doors back here in the back of Eastern can be key locked because they are all either switch or
right.
Yeah.
I always forget that too.
I'm saying a lot, not only for chat, but because I have to remind myself because I technically am still playing.
We're all learning.
Yeah, we're all learning.
Andy getting a little off script, but recovers. Not going to be the fastest play, but is going to be enough to complete it. Gets a small key off the boss to Swamp Palace and a crystal. That's number 7, but dungeon 5.
Do you happen to remember what Eykir has in his bottles?
Not a clue, but I hope he's got some magic.
Given the lack of panic, I'm sure that he's fine.
Well, I mean, if looking at his camera, he looks very focused, so I think we're okay.
Legends say Eykir hasn't moved in years.
It's true. 3. We got 3 out of the 5, and we know we can skip at least 2 if we want to just prioritize beating the boss. So Andy probably gonna full clear this, except for that little bit on the right side.
Interesting.
Single key locked.
I missed what Eykir did.
Eykir mirrored, and I'm not sure if it's for magic or what, but he's gonna get his bow this way. I'd assume he's gonna go through the normal way. Andy gets sword 4.
All right. So
he's not a magic now. No, dude.
Oh man, that's tough.
A chat saying he ran out of keys.
Really?
Maybe got a little too happy with the key spending. Andy pulls a big. That's to Hera. So he's like, I got 2 items I can get.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's salivating at the Hera basement now.
So Andy going to be getting his 6th dungeon clear here. Could do a 7th with Castle Tower. And then I would assume if he gets a hook shot, he could get 8.
He can do GT as well. Given the key counts that we've seen.
We can't hover yet.
Oh, that's true.
And I mean, I can Moldorm bounce, but
the hook shot's going to be that's what I was talking about. He can Moldorm bounce. But he's I mean, if Moldern Bounce is the difference between Dungeons 9 and 10, does Andy do it, or does he keep clearing?
I'm not sure how well versed
Yeah.
he is in Molder and Bounce, but we'll see.
Yeah, but that GT climb though could have some items for us.
Yeah, we are getting dangerously close to go mode.
Yeah,
Trying to think of some scenarios. I think he needs at least a hook shot, and that would get him to the back potentially. I think where he possibly could beat
Swamp.
Yeah, beat Swamp. Thieves Big would probably let us clear that.
Yeah, we Ice Rod for TR.
Yeah, and Meyer's gonna need maybe some keys, but at least also some boots and or a hook shot.
Interesting. Andy's spinning.
Oh, there's an ice rod. He's like, all right, I'll take the key spin. He's like, sure, no big deal. But now the question begs, like, he saved 2, so I'm assuming he's gonna have enough, and there's just 1 in the back.
He found that ice rod, and his eyebrows went to go touch his hairline. Hilarious. They tried, yeah. Stretching is important.
Oh, we're gonna go buy some goos here on Eykir's side.
Yeah, truly unfortunate. I mean, I think I mentioned earlier that I ran a practice seat with Eykir not too long ago, and Ice Palace was that unfortunate place where we both ran out of bombs and things were terrible. So ice is spooky in this mode. I don't like it.
Yeah, it is pretty garb when that happens, but we are going to get to see this entrance. It could be library. K45, that's another one. C-shaped house would be another item cave.
Yep.
That's still on the table. So as Andy is finishing up Helmasaur, Kiki is opening the pod overworld entrance. We'll see where that takes Eykir. That is C-shaped house, so it is an item cave. It is a small key to GT.
Yeah. Huh. I didn't realize the tracker actually said A.
A?
Yeah, Eykir's tracker on his keys.
Oh,
GTA.
it does. Wow.
Yeah.
GTA, Grand Theft Auto, A Link to the Past
Yep.
randomizer. Surely. But we are going to back of Turtle Rock here. Andy's going to be able to finish this up.
Yep. And Eykir's going to get locked out from Dark Cross.
Giga unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like Andy did. It's not that big of a deal, but he gets to keep his Thieves Town small, which, you know, we might not even see Andy do. We know Andy can be, yeah, so that's what, 3-6 for Andy.
This will be 7.
Yeah, this will be 7. He can do Agatara, which is 8.
Then we're kind of stuck for a little bit.
Yeah, but, you know, Agatara is 8. And then if we find hookshot or boots, then we can do both GT and Meyer, right?
Yeah. The question is going to beg, where does this throw us out? Is the main entrance the one we just went into? And will Andy go all the way back to the front to get those 2 chests in the front, considering it's slim pickings right now on his options?
I'm going to be honest, I never know where I'm going to pop out of here. I think it's just random, or I think it's not random, but one of those entrances is designated as the front, but it's not necessarily the front.
Right. Chad also pointing out Eykir never got the bow out of ice because of the magic debacle, so
yes,
I guess he's going to go to the front now and show us those 2 chests. Andy did get the book off Trinex, so I guess that's the main entrance there to the left. So this is actually good for him if he wants to go to the front, and it looks like he's going to.
Right, so Andy's sitting at 7. He is presumably 1 item from go. Meanwhile, Eykir stuck at 2 because of the ice debacle, not finding his bow, running out of magic. Pretty much a worst case scenario that Ice
It's been
Palace was.
a sequence of unfortunate events for Eykir. I think a couple were a little self-inflicted, like with the keys, but you know, the majority of his issues this seed, I think, have been just, you know, a product of randomizer.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, and Eykir, I think, seemingly forgot that he needed to spend magic to get to that second room with the jellies, but he was in there with enough before mirroring with enough magic, I think, to get to the bow. But he saw that it was the big prize pack and said, "Oh, if I just kill more of these, I'm going to get a full magic, and then I can complete this dungeon."
Right.
And then unfortunately realized that, oh wait, in order to get here, I have to spend a little magic that I don't have. So that was I think a little bit of a brain fart on Eykir's side. But that happens in rando.
Absolutely, it does. But we're headed back to ice now, so you know, all is well. He will hopefully have all the goodies to get what he needs to done. Andy probably about to check. I thought he was going to go check Bombo's tablet, but that is not the case.
I wonder if one of these is going to drop a magic for him now. Nope.
That is what's going to happen. He is going to go to, I'm assuming, Bombo's tablet with that book, and then Ether tablet is also available up there.
Yeah, I mean, the answer could just be GT Climb.
You know, you're not wrong. I mean, Hookshot could just show up there, or Boots, or, you know.
We're getting to the point where that's getting more and more likely. Andy has also not done left side swamp, so that could be a little bit of a time sink for him.
Ooh, Ether Medallion on the Bombo's tablet, and that gives us access to the Turtle Rock entry, but I don't really think that's of any value to us.
No, not that I can see.
The one connector, there's two connectors still available to us.
Actually,
Brothers and Hookshot Cave.
Yeah. I was about to say Hookshot Cave is 4 items, but it's actually not, because we have no Boots or Hookshot.
Yeah, we need to get that if we're going to find that connector.
And then the best that we're going to get from that is what, like a floating island small key, which where do we really need small keys?
I saw floating island. That is not even a small key, so I'm not really.
Not?
No, it's not.
My bad then.
Yeah, it is your bad. Andy going right. I'm not sure if that was the right play. Oh yes, he's doing the right thing now, which is go left. This will let him check Ether tablet, so he's utilizing everything with that book.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna. Yeah, well, I was gonna say he might. At this point, you might as well follow it through, but I think he might. He might go right and then complete Agate Tower. That's something that he could do. He could check the front of TR if he just wants for completion. You know, I guess it could be what, library maybe. If he finds library and maybe sees a hookshot on library, then he goes, okay, I find Boots and I'm done, and I'm just not doing swamp.
Right. All right, Ether tablet for Andy. What do we got? It's a red boomerang. Just a little past 2 hours, and Andy's at 7 dungeons completed, if my math is correct. I think it is. Eykir at 2, hopefully 3 here in just a second when he completes Ice Palace.
Yeah, but then Eykir's missing some of those small keys that Andy has for Eastern Palace. I think some of those might have been. I'm curious if some of those were locked behind the hookshot in GT. But if he's got one left, he can finish the dungeon.
All right, so we found K45, so that's another item cave to knock off the list. Good fight there from Eykir. Gonna finish up Cold Stare
Yeah, well done.
and get that dungeon completion to put the score for him at 3.
And then, yeah, we're going to see Andy come in here, get his 8th dungeon clear. And the gap is pretty wide in terms of dungeons, but now Eykir's at that spot that Andy was in where he's got 3 dungeons or so that he can probably just scream through.
Yeah, the problem with that happening at this point of the seed, there's just so little left.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they've kind of been able to just do so much.
We don't know the boost entrances because, yeah, we don't have boots.
Yeah, so we have those available if we get boots, but
yeah, and then I believe our last connectors that we have are Hookshot Cave and Brothers, like we were just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Eykir doesn't have a key, so he's gonna get locked here because
he already opened this. He already opened this.
Oh, in the far back?
Yeah, I think he already opened this.
Oh.
When he came in here and got that Igor item, he touched it just to probably make sure he didn't spend it.
Okay, yeah, smart.
Andy into that cutscene now. Gonna go ahead and be beating Aga 1 here in just a minute. And this does count to our dungeon counter. 10 is required. 12 total dungeons, including Castle Tower and GT, are available.
If you're Andy after this, now that you've already seen all the items, do you go climb GT? You're gonna be at the pyramid, so you just kind of run towards Pod and Mirror. He does have
maybe
Kiki.
I do.
He does have the Kiki entrance. He hasn't seen Sea House yet.
Adding another counter or another score point for dungeon completion to Eykir.
There we go. That's number 4.
Yeah, maybe you do chance it. Just trying to think, like, with no Thieves Big, we can't progress in there. No boots, there's no point in going back into Desert. We've done everything else in Hyrule Castle, and until we find a key, we can't progress there either. The only other thing we could consider is, did we ever get another Eastern key in through all this? I'm assuming no, but... Andy did check the vanilla big key chest, so
Andy getting a little bit outsmarted by Aga.
Yeah, he's laughing it off.
We'll see. He doesn't know that those 6 seconds probably aren't going to matter, but
I mean, they would have mattered in his last race of this. It was a barn burner. The plot armor was real.
I haven't been keeping track with winners bracket from losers, so I don't know how that one went. Yeah.
Well, I guess spoilers if people haven't watched Andy versus Mike, but I guess that'll be on his YouTube eventually. But essentially, Mike got bailed out with some bombs in a chest in Mire, and then went to the back and was 1 bomb short after getting bombed spooky for getting past the crystal switch. It was quite unfortunate.
Oof. We are seeing Andy climb, so
I think it's literally all he has left. I think this might actually be like except for Swamp.
This isn't all. Yeah, it's not all he has.
Basement.
Like, he's got Hera Basement. He has Swamp. He definitely hasn't done Sea House. So like there's a couple one-offs that he can do. I think this is probably the best. Like, I guess it's easy to know that because we've seen both sides. But this is likely his best decision. He knows he has all the keys for it. It's just a matter of, are you going to get boots or hookshot up here?
Yeah.
And then are we going to see him try and Moldorm bounce if that's not the case? But I think
God.
I think it likely is, just because.
Oh, gotta be careful here, Eykir. If he gets hit into that door, it's a suction door. It will pull him out, and that is not what you want to have to happen. But luckily, it doesn't.
Yeah, you could tell that he was avoiding that like the plague. All right, that's number 5 for Eykir. He's clawing his way back
into land mode 2 with the gold sword and the fire rod. Should be, wow, we're gonna get a second cycle. That's pretty long. All things considered, gets it done though. We're getting close, Worf, to the chests up top. There's 3 in the first room with the key drop from the Helmosaur, and then we're gonna get 1 more after. Do you think we're actually gonna get a hook shot?
Yeah, I do. I believe.
Chat, do you think we're getting a hook shot?
I mean, there's worlds in which we have boots, then hook shots just in Mire, which that would be. I think if Eykir wasn't already so far behind, that would be bad for Eykir, because Eykir is not a hoverer. So that would force him into climbing twice.
We're gonna get a small key to Skull, not necessary. All right, 3 items down and nothing of consequence. 1 more to go before it becomes, do we bounce? Ooh, nothing.
Oh, baby. We're gonna try it. One interesting quirk from this in this mode is that these bosses in GT will not respawn. So if you kill interesting. Yeah, if you kill Moldorm here, then he's gone forever. Oh,
all right, he's got a setup. Oh, he got knocked to the side.
Oh. Dear Andy, how long do you how far ahead do you think you are?
I don't know, dude. I think if you commit to this, it's like you just got to do it. I'd do it if I'd give it like 1 more try, and then I'd probably get the heck out of Dodge, because I'm not comfortable enough with this trick.
Yeah, same. I don't like doing Moldorm bounces. I can hover, so I just never learn it.
We're in a good spot if we get the right frame. Oh, he's gonna get touched.
Believe. I don't think this is gonna do it. I don't think this is gonna do it.
Oh, there it is. Oh, he did it, but it was too far to the right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so chat pointing out, yeah, just Hera.
Yeah.
Andy doesn't know just Hera, just because there are a couple other things for him to do, but I mean, this is kind of what Eykir needs.
It is. I mean, Eykir is making up points, essentially, so to speak. There's no way Andy makes that one unless. Yeah, not a.
So.
Keep in mind, Andy has done Castle Tower. That one's long.
Yeah. My concern for Eykir is that I think Eykir also climbs GT before going to Hera Basement. Just because Eykir knows that if he finds boots here, he's not going to finish it.
Where was the Aga Tower big key, though? Because Eykir does not have that. Andy got that super close.
That was in Super Bunny Cave, right?
Ah, yes, that is right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It always just makes me so nervous when he's close like this. It's like, brother, get out of here. Solid fight there from Eykir, not to take away from him. That was really good there. Got everything down pat. and gets his book and crystal number 5.
Yep.
Or dungeon 6, though.
Dungeon 6.
All right, Andy's at a spot where he could get this again. Moldorm's staring him down. The bomb about to go boom.
Yeah, I think this might be it for him if he manages to find the right frame.
Which frame? Oh, Moldorm's about to do a touchy.
Oh, he's turning.
Oh, he's cooked.
Oh my goodness.
All right, guys, if you're watching this on Andy's YouTube later, drop a comment and let Andy know that he's so dumb for doing Moldorm bounce. And tell Dante you did it too. All right.
Okay, hold on.
Moldorm's like, I'm out of here, dude. Like, I ain't dealing with this.
Eykir is in Hera right now. Eykir didn't.
Big key.
With the big key. So it's possible we see Eykir dodge Castle Tower entirely.
Holy cow. This is like honestly potentially like a real pivotal moment.
Yeah. As opposed to all the other fake pivotal moments.
Yeah, I mean, I make up a lot of them, but like this one's huge.
Yeah.
Because we know it has to be here, and Eykir's here.
Yeah.
So as long as he goes back to the basement and doesn't panic, like he's probably getting ready to take a potential lead, item-wise at least. Like I feel like if you're Andy now, you've got to leave.
Brother, how stubborn are you?
All right, Moldorm, if you watch on the right side of your screen, you see how to get rid of Moldorm.
Yeah. Now, if Andy does
whatever this hogwash is.
If Andy does that, then he can no longer Moldorm bounce.
I know, but this is absolute dog poo-poo.
Yeah. I mean, there's a world in which boots are just in that chest.
Oh, right? I know. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Here's that pivotal moment you're talking about.
Andy getting as red as Moldorm on his screen now. Like he should have had a nice ice cold white monster.
He should have. Maybe I can.
Yeah, he's only got 2 bombs left, so like he's about to be completely cooked and done. I think he's done. Like if you're not done, oh man, he is.
I mean, you got to use your last bomb, right? You don't say I've used 19 bombs, time to quit.
Let's remember there was a casual boots tournament this happened, and Gamachu was up here for a long time doing something like this and got it on like the final attempt or something and won the tournament due to it. So hey, like far be it from me to oh my nope, he's not turned right.
That's it.
We're done. Just save and quit, brother.
Yeah. Moldorm 2 firmly on Eykir's team, and there's our hook shot.
And the hook shot.
You wonder how long Andy's gonna put that off for. I mean, it's a simple flute 6 away. He's got a couple things that he can do to clean up, but not a whole lot, honestly. Meanwhile, Eykir does have. He's gonna come in here. He's gonna finish up Swamp, but he does have all of left side GT to finish. So we're likely gonna see Eykir take the hook shot and go do that. That said, he could also
dive Meyer too.
That's right. He could dive Meyer. He could climb GT. Is that hookshot go mode for Eykir actually? He's at
Swamp
7
will give him 8. Meyer would give him 9.
And GT would give him 10.
10, yeah, absolutely. Andy's on a clock here. This is incredible.
And you can see GT, Eykir has the required B keys.
Oh, I think this is W, like huge W at this point for Eykir because like Andy's in Swamp without the hook. He's going left side.
Yeah.
The plot armor has shifted, chat. Note this day in the historic days of twitch.tv/Andy. The plot armor has shifted drastically.
Now, Eykir does only... Ooh, Eykir is saying I'm in go mode.
I mean, he is in go mode.
He's got 3 Meyer small keys. right?
Okay, that is potentially a problem.
Yeah.
But-
Meanwhile, Andy's got 5. The 3 keys in Meyer, there's probably a way to go do it, but some things that you're looking out for are that switch on the way to Vitreous, where you typically have to bomb the wall. That could be a small key door. Now, someone like Andy has practiced a little bit. The bomb spooky, you're not necessarily required to do it. You can bomb spooky that. With our fire rod and cane, we can just regular spooky it. But given that this is entrance, so you can't set it up like you can in any open modes. You're gonna have to do a different setup for that spooky. And while 3 keys, there's a lot of doors that you don't have to follow in Meyer if you're just gonna go mode it.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, there's the big key to Thieves Town too. So like, he's got another option.
That's true. Thieves Town is likely shorter than GT, right?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
I would be doing Thieves Town, assuming we have enough small keys, which I'm pretty sure we do to get to, bomb the attic open. But
yes, we have enough small keys. There are 7 Thieves Town small keys. There's 1 useless door in the front at least. So we have all the keys that we need for Thieves Town on Eykir's side. And it looks like he's going to do that.
There's the mushroom. So that's going to throw Andy, him having a laugh about it. He's going to have even more time that he's going to have to do that. Wow. Yeah, and this will be number 9 as we are headed to Thieves Town with that maiden. Where, if I gotta say, I thought Eykir was completely cooked.
Me too. I'm pretty sure I was just thinking about, like, I'm sure you can make a compilation of being like, oh, Eykir's toast. Oh, Eykir's so far behind. How unfortunate. Oh,
no, I mean, I wouldn't do it. I don't have that kind of time. Somebody might. But holy cow, man, what a race this has been.
Yeah, and it just goes to show you, like, there was a point where I think the dungeon count was 8-2 in favor of Andy.
Yeah.
But just finding that bow was enough. Like, the bow and the combination of Andy spending all that time, like, I don't know how long he was up there, maybe like 6-7 minutes, do you think? Trying to Moldorm bounce. Like, in that time plus the climb, Eykir finished like 4 dungeons. Those numbers probably don't make sense, but
I mean, no, I follow exactly what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah.
If you ignore the time, just from the time that Eykir found his bow to like a very short amount of time later, he increased his crystal count his dungeon count from 2 to like 6 or 7.
Right.
And notably, because he opted not to follow Hera and finish that, he was right there to find where his go mode was. So earlier people were like, hey, does Eykir know you might not need a big key here? It's paying off, putting it off, especially considering that it's so easy to get back. We see Andy's going for that Hera basement.
I think this is going to be too little too late, though.
I agree. Because is Andy still at 8?
Yes, he is at 8.
Yeah, so this is going to be Eykir's 9th. And then he's going to have to find his way through Meyer, which, honestly, not too bad.
But he could also do GT.
True. I think I do Meyer in this case.
You think you try, even though he's got only 3 keys?
I think 3 is probably enough. I'm trying to think of... Yeah.
What he's thinking, too, clearly, as he gets his 9th dungeon completion there with Thieves Town completed.
I will say, just because of the hover, like, because you could potentially save a key from hovering. But Meyer was one of those dungeons where I didn't pay attention to the key count when they walked in, just because they were there for such a short amount of time. But also, Meyer is literally, it's right here. It's in Light Height Cave.
Yeah. Well, into Meyer we go on Eykir's side. Andy about to get his hook shot. I guess bro had to pee. He is disappeared from his chair.
If only he had given in to his urges earlier.
All right, our 3 keys gonna be enough. It's 9 total.
It's bath time.
Andy's still not back. Let's run the clock. It was at 47 seconds on my screen before we continue. Let's see. That's a key door, but it was big.
Yep.
This is another big key door, so he should.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think the only things that can be key doors back here are that switch that I was talking about, and then the Vidi himself. So I think we're good with these 3 keys. Plus, there are 9 keys in this dungeon. There's just so much in the lobby too.
Yeah, Andy has that look of I am cooked. Like he knows it, I think. But he knows he's in go mode too.
Yeah, I suppose this could have been this could be a key door too. So now there's 3 doors left. We have this one to the left right here.
Yeah, so he's all set. Eykir is on the path. We're not gonna have the same scenario with Mike from the other week or other race.
That's a big key door.
No, it is. Chat's asking the over under on did Andy wash his hands? I don't know. We'll ask him in the interview, assuming he doesn't bail on it, because I think he's got he's got SM map rando real soon, I think.
All right. Sorry, I'm thinking about this. I think the max number of keys that could have been down here is 5, and it was only 1. So did I say I did the math on it? That's just counting.
I mean, yeah, it is math. Counting is math.
Is counting math? Okay.
Yeah, our dungeon 10 for Eykir just has to go fight Ganon,
which we know is just a quick,
Is it quick?
It's Flute 6 through the Elder, and then you run around and drop. So as long as you don't fall to Ganon. If you fall to Ganon, that's longer than your typical Ganon fall.
Indeed it is.
So if we want things to get really spicy here,
it's gonna have to be it's still like an obscene amount of Ganon falls, I think, because he's got to do this and Thieves Town, and he's got to get the maiden.
So this is where the Thieves Town key was, right? So
yeah, he's gonna get the Thieves Town key here, or he'll have to climb GT. Pick your poison. That's going to do it for Andy. Going to get his Thieves Town big off of Argus. A little bit of a chuckle from him. But into the Ganon fight now for Eykir. Just 6 slashes for phase 1, 6 for phase 2 with that gold sword. And then we'll be into phase 3. Already gets all of those in, just has to survive at this point. And I think at 16 hearts, it should be fairly easy to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, into phase 3 now. We're going to see how many warps it is. These are seeded, just like they have been for basically almost everyone's existence of Rando. I think they've been seeded longer than they've been not seeded. We do have Meyer. I forgot that Andy could do that one as well.
Yes. Andy's sitting with a comfy 6. It's not quite GG yet.
Yeah, and chat asking, you don't need silvers. No, we can do silverless here. That is part of Rando and a part of the Japanese 1.0 ROM, where you can kill Ganon without silver arrows. You see these spins are damaging him as he has like a frame or two where he raises his arms up. So you need 12 spins to finish this off.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Eykir's magic. I'm pretty sure he bought an extra magic pot when he was at the potion shop. So
he's getting triples for most of it. So I think he's got like 4 left, maybe less, that he needs to hit. So
yeah, this is well
that's
done
it there.
All right, that's going to be GG for Eykir.
Yeah, get your GGs in chat for Eykir. Gonna take this race and punch his ticket to continue on in the winner's bracket. And Andy is gonna drop a forfeit. So as he does that, we'll see if we can get them in here for an interview.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about like, I think it was a lot of the. I think considering that hookshot was their go mode, I think there was a lot of stuff in GT that was hookshot lock that Andy did that was just kind of like extra. And then the obvious thing being the Moldorm bounce failure. If Andy does hit that Moldorm bounce though, it's definitely a lot tighter. He still needs to go get his hookshot though, unless boots were in the Moldorm 2 chest.
Well, which it doesn't matter. He wouldn't have been able to do Moldorm 2 chest if he bounced. So, but Eykir, our today's winner, has joined us in voice. GG's.
Thank you. Geez. I don't know how. I felt terrible that entire seed.
You both probably did, to be honest. I don't know if Andy's going to join us. I think he is. I know he has another tourney very soon, but oh yeah, he did make it. GG's.
GG's.
Andy.
Hello, GG's.
All right, so chat had a question specifically for Andy, and the question was over under on did Andy wash his hands?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, good.
I'd say the same thing, brother.
But yeah, so I have to point out that Werf, so Eykir, hold this over Werf's head. He said that you were basically out of it.
Cooked.
And it absolutely cooked. It did look that way for a bit. I think the dungeon count was around like 8 to 2 around that point, and then you got your bow and started like popping the dungeons off similar to how Andy did. The difference was you had already been back at the swamp for the left side, so there was no lure to go there, and that's part of it. But Andy, I respect the valiant effort of trying to Moldorm bounce. We were wondering when you were going to give up, and when you fell with one, I was like, surely he's leaving.
Never.
And
never. I almost unmuted my mic and I was like, if you only had one shot, but I chose not to. Yeah, that was, I don't know. Every option was terrible.
Indeed.
There's so many bad ones to seed.
And I was like, man, it's been a while since I've Moldorm bounced, but like, that's
20
fine.
shots, surely.
We got close a couple times. Moldorm just didn't want to he didn't want to attack me at all. It was cool.
Yeah.
I think half of those were just wasted attempts with me just placing a bomb and then Moldorm not even coming anywhere close. And yeah, I think even if I do Harrow over Swamp there, I maybe still win. Even with all the Moldorm bouncing, but who knows?
Possibly so, but it's a very good race because like the stuff that you guys last locations, you know, Werf and I were talking about it. You know, you both did almost the same things, just in different orders. So you both probably felt bad through. I'm assuming you both kind of felt bad for a good bit of this.
Oh yeah, that Hyrule Big Key. That was the first one.
Yeah, that was. Andy had found the Hyrule Big Key. He had the TR Big Key when he did Chain Chomps. So he was like, I was saying he might not have realized the impact that had at the time. But that was just your complete bottleneck for the rest of the seed. And that's really where we started to see Andy pull ahead.
It was that into the myths in Hyrule, and that just opens up so much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Looking at the bracket. So, Eykir, this is going to put you playing Sheffy in the winner's semis.
Boy, CrossKeys tournament rematch. He beat me there. Maybe get revenge.
Get him.
Possibly so. 80's got a little bit of time to wait down in loser's bracket. Looks like we are waiting for match 38. Okay, now we jump around the bracket and start playing who's where. So Jammo, Dr. Earworm, which I think is scheduled for tomorrow. Whoever loses that will play Muffins, and then the winner of that plays Gentleman, and then the winner of that plays Andy. So, a little bit of waiting time. Guess you could play more map rando, Andy.
Guess what I'm doing in 5 minutes?
Oh, I know. I was like, is he gonna get
good
done
luck
for this?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I was like, yeah, I can schedule these as close. It's fine. And then it took me like 30 minutes to get a rotisserie chicken from Sims. So yeah, I mean, it'll be fine. Worried.
Sam's about to
Yeah,
throw
this,
everything
I
off.
mean, this was I don't know. This felt better to play than some of the other tournament seeds I've had. Like we got Flute super early, and it wasn't like entirely useless.
You had the convenience stuff early, somewhat.
Yeah. Sword was pretty early.
Yeah. You had your Moon Pearl at 10 minutes, which was like 6 minutes behind Eykir, but still really early.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
nice
I didn't
though.
feel too bad about that.
Oh yeah, of course not.
Just because like I think I bunny walked like 2 entrances and that was it. I was like, okay. But yeah, this was besides, that hook shot. And I guess the Hyrule Big wasn't like the worst thing in the world. Once I found out that the front of TR was a trapdoor, that like put way more priority in going there from the middle, not too much later.
Yeah, I just put it off forever. Last location, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know how much I had left. I don't think I had too much left, but I don't think it was the last location.
One of the things that was kind of interesting, and I think played a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit into the way this kind of panned out at the end for Eykir. What was the thought process of not attempting to climb Hera? Did you think that there was probably going to be a big key door because you'd already done the basement and saw a big key door there?
For me,
Yeah.
yeah, I figured there was going to be a big key door. There almost always is. I think I've had one seed in 10 where it was not there, and one seed in 10 where it was a small key door instead. So yeah, I just chose not to, and got lucky that it was a big key door there.
I mean, I was saying,
Gamble.
yeah, I was saying because where Hera was located, I didn't think it really mattered, considering that there was a big chest up there that you'd want to grab anyway. But the only door that can be a big key door is that vanilla one.
The other
Right.
one on the way to the chest in the basement can also be one, and it was.
Oh yeah.
Because I tried going in there, and it was. I'm like,
Oh yeah, you both did that. It was
Yeah, I meant on the
fun to
climb.
watch.
I meant
yeah,
when
on
you
the climb.
climb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's there, then yeah, you're stuck.
Yeah.
I figured
But
I'd come back with hook shot.
Yeah, but it paid off, right? Because you had to go back there anyway, and you're like, hey, I have the big key, might as well go check the basement, and lo and behold, hook shot, go mode.
Because it was that, or go to GT right side and GT climb without hook shot. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do those. I have Hera basement. Maybe Andy won't do this. And just got lucky. And then finding the Thieves Town big key off of Vitreous. Was it? No, it was
No, it was Argus.
Argus. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
that was the icing on the cake. I was like,
do this
sick.
instead. The hook shot blocked 2 bosses
Yeah.
there. Plus, I don't know where the boots were, so Meyer also.
Yeah, boots were not found.
What about silvers? I was
The silver hit
clearing.
was Hookshot Cave, which I never
Oh,
found.
nice. Yeah, same. I stopped checking entrances for a while because I was like, okay, well, the only good chest entrance left is Hookshot Cave, and I can do 0 checks in there. So,
Yeah.
like I never grabbed Kiki, and I grabbed Purple Chest instead.
I did both those.
And then, yeah, wasn't even worried about Big Bomb because I was like, I had checkerboard and checkerboard Sea House were the 2 chest entrances I could actually like do something in. That were
We-
I
left.
wasn't worried about that.
We
one
were
either.
sweating a little bit here when Eykir, you decided we're gonna go to Meyer, and you had 3 keys.
That's always a gamble.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
it panned out. I was like,
especially when you see 9 like immediately in the seed, you're like, okay.
Yeah, and having not been in
Um,
before, so you don't know the key layout anywhere.
Yeah.
The benefit of dipping a dungeon early is you know about how many small keys you need to finish it. Meyer, 3. I figured if it wasn't that, I'd just run over to GT and climb, and that's it. But had to hope on Meyer.
Yeah, I think you only ended up using 1 as well. So,
Sounds about right. There are
yeah,
2
from
key
the-
doors.
Yeah, from the back to the front,
2
it
bomb
was just
doors.
1 small key was needed, and the big key, and some bombs.
I've had a seed that needed 6, and that
Damn.
was disgusting.
Yeah, I was thinking about the key doors, and I think like once you get to Meyer basement, you have the maximum that you can have is 5. Yeah,
That
so
sounds
yeah,
If you,
and so you having 3 was like, "Ugh."
If you don't spooky, yeah.
Yes, if you don't spooky. Oh, I was saying the max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, GG's to both of you. Good luck in the coming races for the two of you, and I guess good luck to Andy doing yet another tournament race and another tournament. And I'm glad I don't have to cast it because I would sound so uneducated doing map rando.
Yeah. Good luck, Andy.
You know, hopefully I don't have to play 3 games. Hopefully we keep it at
Oh, are you playing a doubleheader right now?
No, it's a best of 3, and the map randos are so quick that we always just schedule them the full best of 3. Great.
It's
But
true.
yeah, thanks for comment, boys. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thanks for comments. Thanks for research.
I didn't know that Werf was calming until I saw him post a picture of a white monster. I was like, oh.
that was for Dante.
He's got to be like. There's no way it's Clear Mouse commentating with Dante today. Werf wouldn't post a white monster completely for no reason, you know.
That's right.
That's the special occasion beverage. Oh man. All right. GG's again, Eykir. Good luck the rest of the way. I'll be glad to sit in the losers bracket and wait for a while, I think.
Maybe we'll meet up again there.
Oh yeah.
All right. Good luck, Andy.
Bye.
Good luck. Bye, everyone.
Yep. GG's Eykir.
Well, that's going to do it today. Appreciate the runners letting us put this on. Werf, thanks for joining me, man. It was an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
All right, well, I am going to raid Speed Gaming. If you've watched one Andy race and now you want to watch another one, you're probably already watching Andy. So this is how you could do it. Head on over twitch.tv/Speed Gaming. Go enjoy the race. I don't know how good the commentary will be or bad, but it should be entertaining at least to say the least. But we'll catch you guys here for the next restream.